everyone, Pun here, upon how to Let's Play Gacha games. Looking for some Let's Play Gacha, I get you covered. And today, in this wonderful day, when the girls world of it's Frontline 2, I didn't screw that up, you did. Be quiet. Anyway, today, on this wonderful day, we're going to be checking out the story of Girls Frontline 2, who escaped from Cyborg. It came out recently, and we're going to be checking it out. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm excited for this, chat. Let's check it out. Let me in. Let me in. So I don't know how long this one is. Okay, it looks like okay, this one's very short, it looks like. So nice short and sweet story. Alright, I'm ready for this. Let's check it out. Alright, number 1. Oh yeah, and I also got Vector, by the way. Vector actually came to me very nicely, chat. It came to me in about 70 pulls, which is very nice. I actually got a Sabrina tried to block me with her pulls, but then 2 pulls later, Vector came in and it's like, yeah, no, you're not doing that. Anyway, okay, let's jump right into it. All right, with this. Having a different stance is not the same as being an enemy. And this is not voice, so I'm going to have to do my cringy voice acting. I do apologize. Or try to. Everything has been overturned. The cycle is set to repeat. Offer a piece of your soul, and you shall be a player on the chaotic absurd stage. So, I don't know if this is a side event of Safe where you will not get spoiled, or if this is an event that takes place with the story. So, kind of don't know, but we'll see. Oh, well, okay, never mind. Never mind, I guess. Okay, well, there goes the okay, well, I guess we're jumping right in. Okay. So hang on. I think Vector's in the story, so let me drop Vector in. So Vector, I don't remember. We'll get rid of Sniper Lady for this one. There you go. Wait, what? No, Sniper Lady has to. You stay there. Okay, go. All right, go team, go. By the way, I love the little update where they fixed it to her thing. I am keeping Meshti in there because this is a story with the girls. So, with Meshti, so, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot, you guys like a double turn, yep. Alright, and... goodbye. Then 2 more. Whee! Everything's on fire. Ow. Wait, what the? Oh my gosh, this girl just buffs herself like crazy. Is that it? Oh no, okay, there's more. I was like, wait, why is there not more? After the 404 combat team's A arrival, the MO, word was losing the agreement naturally reaches members of the combat team B. Okay, so yeah, this okay, well, that answered my question. Okay, moving on. Well, there's the answer to that. With Kukai's permission, 404 Combat Team Beam, being led by Vector, also sets a rendezvous with the MO. Okay, yeah, so, before I continue, yeah, this definitely takes place after the latest chapters, and right after the Exilium. Holy Benji, they are not relenting. Alright, let's continue. And just like that, HID 404 will, while still operating independently, utilizes the MO as a long-term base. Having just completed some combat simulation training, the members of the combat team B return to the terminal. The progress bar of the monitor is at 100%, and the dense row data statistical charts are scrolling down. Vector stares at the final combat advisor score with a slight frown. Hello, nurse! Hello! You are gorgeous! Well, Rod? Is that her name? You are gorgeous. You don't look too happy about the decent score. Candice is a words. What are they? Candice is the key to effective communication among teammates. So tell me, why are you dissatisfied with the score? It's not about the score. Well, Rod, you didn't follow the operation plan we agreed upon beforehand. Oh. A good plan should be flexible enough to withstand change. As the master behind the plan, I am well aware of this. But since you find it necessary, I don't mind doing a full debrief and review. The original plan was to immobilize enemies with a stun grenade. After breaking through the door, Rachi and I would then lay down suppressive fire from the front, while you and Harpsy would circle around the rescue the hostage. Yes, that's about right. You are correct, and you did your part. But your unexpected action affected the whole situation. Warlord raises an eyebrow in acknowledgement. Indeed, I decided to deviate from the plan to eliminate a certain unit. I don't know why there was a chandelier in the lab, but its interior designer who put it there would be glad to know their fancy lights fixture would be a key to our victory. Wait, I don't know why there was a chandelier in the lab, but I bet the interior design who put it there would be glad to know that our fancy light fixture was the key to our victory. Did you shoot the fixture? If the designer was on level 2, that is. Has it occurred to you that actually altering the environment could put us at a disadvantage? Okay, so she shot down the chandelier, and that technically was the plan. Gotcha. I think you should make it clear what exactly you're getting at to avoid any misunderstanding. In other words, scattering glass everywhere wasn't exactly contested to the specific actions of withdrawal. Shards of broken glass do not damage the doll frames. Yes, but they do harm the hostages. Pardon? Warlord is confused for a moment. We have no medical dolls on our team. If the hostage gets hurt or infected under any such circumstances, we wouldn't be able to fully complete our mission. You see that overlooked the very important detail. Our hostages were simulated. That doesn't matter. No, okay, nope, I'll jump in. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't matter if they're simulated. It basically, it doesn't matter. It shows that you're not following the program. You have to, basically, even in a simulation, you're supposed to portray what you would do in an actual simulation. That's the point. You're not supposed to go, oh, it's just simulated, so I don't have to worry. No, you have to pretend like it's an actual situation in the combat zone. At least as I think. You're right, but when we're in the real world, our standpoints would be completely reversed. If we don't consider the hostages, we would be ones who would end up in a recycling plant. Though I suppose the pain wouldn't last long. No matter how many points we score at level 2, we would just be T-dolls whose lives ruined by video games. To be fair, it would be quite fitting for me. Oh! I have never played one and... Okay, Vector. Okay. That's a little... Also, you really should have notified us before making such a drastic move. If you look at the replay, Bronchi clearly wasn't aware of your intentions, so she couldn't coordinate with you despite being right next to you. Even if we suck, we should at least suck together. That is a sentence! That is a sentence! Wow, I read that out loud. The battlefield is ever changing. Opportunities wait for no one. Surely you know that as well. You can't deny the fact that by dropping only on the enemies, I greatly reduce the threat they pose as well as the time it took them out to rescue, thus increasing the hostage chances of survival. Even in the real world, loitering at the scene would be more dangerous for the hostage than getting cut by shards of glass. But if the chandelier had been rigged with a bomb or grenade, that would have turned out very differently. So what do you want me to do? Apologize for something that didn't happen, but could have happened with your pathetic delusional paranoia? Focus on the results, Vector, like a normal doll would. Wow, okay. Sensing the tension in the air, Harpsy wings her hand nervously. Oh, we get to see Harpsy. Who's Harpsy? Rachi looks back and forth between her teammates and is about to say something. Knock, knock. And a knock on the glass to interrupt the conversation. The dolls look forward to the sound. Commander? Oh, hey, it's us! The door slides open with a swoosh. I retract my gaze from the screen in the training room and direct my attention to Vector, who has jogged up to me. What is it, Commander? Are you here to supervise our training? No, no, I came to talk to you. Still, it isn't the score a bit low for you guys? Following my gaze, Vector glances at the data on the screen through the glass. Yeah, I didn't handle the problem very well. We have very different habits of ways of thinking. Adjustment process proving a little challenging. I don't know if you noticed, but rather than adjusting each other, that sounded more like a full-blown argument to me. You heard it all then? Just part of it, but things are getting pretty heated. The way I see it, you do work well as a team, but maybe things are go more smoothly if you communicate in some other way? Kukai said as much. She told me to find an effective way to communicate with my teammates. But arguing is also a way of communication, no? No, you don't. Do not. No. Okay, moving on. It may be a bit harsh, but through an argument, we can effectively state our own needs and deepen our understanding of each other. Besides, Warwood's cutting remarks also serve as a regular reminder that this position of leadership just fell out of the sky for me, and I have yet to prove myself worthy of it. Well, Rod, the change in the way she speaks was a bit dramatic, but I'm sure she didn't mean it that way. I do wonder what she's going through. Her tongue is much sharper than it used to be. It still beats my constant self-pity, at least. She worked to becoming more persuasive. You see, a top reaching of understanding. You also need to reach a consensus. You must also get Wellroad to trust your concerns and trust me in your cooperation. But right now, both you and Wellroad are still standing your ground and try to force each other to accept your respective views. True. That's true. Yeah, you're basically just saying, well, no, but look at me, look at that, instead of coming with compromise. I hesitate as I gaze at Vector, who is now deep in thought. Vector was appointed as leader of 404 Combat Team B by Kukai. It's clear to me the biggest challenge that stands in her way is being a good team leader has nothing to do with her combat performance, about awareness. The problem is with her personality and style. She fully acknowledges the problem. But that's all she does. She acknowledges it and seems perfectly content to resign herself to it. I suppose deep down, even Vector herself doesn't believe that she is up to the task. Kukai may give her some pointers, but she isn't really the type to give any encouragement. Sorry, that might have been her harsh. Since you're the team leader, I'm sure you have your own way of managing your team. True, she may, but that's still valid criticism. Right, back to the subject. Have you seen the message Kukai sent you? Vector pulls out her communicator immediately. There is an unread message. Meshi training plan? What? Oh no. No. I will be out on a mission with Kukai. Andros and Belka will also be coming with us. Meshi frame is still under calibration, so leave her behind on the Elmo for now. However, Kukai has put together a training program for Meshi because she's worried that Meshi is going to sleep the whole time while we're away, with completely neglect for essential data compilation. She said you never replied to the message she has sent you, but she's busy preparing for the mission, so I came to follow up on that for her. You want me to supervise Meshi's training? That's right. I believe Kukai would like a combat team B to bring her along for your training as well. Don't go easy on her. Now you're in 4v1 or relay fight. 4v1 would be a bit too... I've included all things to note in the precaution take here. In any case, just make sure her head isn't always attached to her pillow. Fine. I hope Meshi won't find the fight against me too underwhelming. Better pessimism is a bit of a headache, but since I set to depart, I'll leave it till I come back. After I come back. Basically, Kukai wants you to take over as Meshi's leader while she's away. So don't hold back hold back and be as strict as you want to be with her, Vector. I'll do my best, but only if I can wake Meshi and get her to attend her training. Uh-oh. After returning to the training room, Vector informed her teammates of the arrangement made by the commander and Kukai. Oh, looks like a great team there. Switch careers and become a nanny. Vector ignores Wilrod, who is still hung up in the argument that we were having. Let's call it a day. Submit your reports before 6. I'll read through them after I finish supervising Meshi's combat simulation for today. Oh, she's cute! No, stop! Oh, I want to protect this! Oh, Arpsy's so cute! What? Nah. She's too cute. Ah, she's too cute. Oh my gosh, she's precious. I'm crying. She's so precious. Oh, I want to pat her in the head. Harsby speaks up a little timidly from her corner. What is it? Actually, may I supervise Mishy's training? Okay, we got. Okay, this is. You look. You're. Oh no. You're volunteer for a mission, Turtsy? No, I was just going to supervise Mishy's training to begin with as a favor for Dyer. Why? Why? Because the new tactical model she's using to debug her data was specifically developed by Dyer and Kugai's request. I also pursued the development of the model. Oh, look at that little surly eyes! She's so nervous in the blush. Oh my gosh, she's too cute. She's too cute. Oh my gosh. Since Dyer has disembarked and returned to the safe zone, he asked me to monitor operation of the module. An advanced tactical model? Sound pretty interesting. Not really. It's all rather boring. So, since I'm supposed to be doing it, please let me. I understand. However, since Kukai assigned the mission to me, I must be present. Harsby, you're staying with me. Harsby's face freezes a little comically, and she struggles to respond. Okay. Oh. I'm staying too. Huh? Why are you also staying, Moilrod? I would love to see for herself the advanced training Team A undergoes. Problem? No. If Moilrod is also here, then it's all over. In that case, Vivi is coming. Vivi, in that case, Vivi, count me in as well. Oh my gosh, she's too adorable. I'm sure you have better things to do. I must spend more time with you, Vivi. Please. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call her Vivi. That's cute. Staring at Rachi's expecting eyes, Vector lets out a sigh. To yourself. Just make sure you submit your reports by 6. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, we've seen so many cute little. Oh, these dolls are so adorable. All right, let's continue with the next one. Let's go. Continue. Sorry, Meshti, we have to keep working you. You gotta work. You gotta work. Meshi feels a light shove on her arm. Her on-her monitor, which has been inactive while in sleep mode, activates instantly. Wake up. That doesn't sound like Kukai. The shove also felt less violent than usual. In that case, I'll just... If you don't get up this instant, I'll confiscate all the Oh, wow. If you don't get up this instant, I'll confiscate all the manga on your floor, you hear? No. That's out of the collectible edition of Doll X Family. Signed by the mangers. It's super expensive. The amount of references in this. Oh my gosh. Doll X. Okay. I wonder what Doll X Family is. Sounds like a underground anime. I don't know. Doesn't sound mainstream or anything at all. Meshi performs a better kick-up from the beanbag sofa. She relaxes fixably when she sees who it is. Oh, it's you, Vector. Here, I invite you to appraise the beanbag sofa together with me. I spent a fortune on it, and much comfier than the couch in the lounge. You see, the moment you lay down, zzz. God, as much as I want to join you, this isn't the time. Meshi is utterly deaf to what Vector is saying, and as if she just flipped a switch. I really don't want to come to this, but according to the guy Kool-Aid left behind, this would be the most effective thing to do. With a helpless sigh, Vector grabs Meshi's right arm, lifts her up, shakes her back and forth with great force. Ah, hold on! Something will come loose at this rate. Alright, I'm getting up. What the heck? You're stating to act more like Kukai. What happened? Are we supposed to be friends in the Beanbag Club? The Beanbag Club, oh my gosh. Hey, welcome in, hey. Oh. You have 7 hours to complete today's combat simulation. If you don't complete it in time, Kukai will be notified that your training is behind schedule. It's fine, Kukai's even here. Sure, even training conferences will be postponed. Hang on, how do you know about my training program? Kukai asked the commander to task me to supervise your training before she left. Even though I don't really think someone like me is in any position to supervise others. Oh, come on! She's actually recruited a snitch! I love Meshi so much! She even kicked up such a big fuss and got the commander involved? Wait, don't tell me she also gave you a switch to determine my fate. What switch? Oh, nothing. Come on now, Vector. Don't take everything so seriously. Remember the first tenet of our Beanbag Club? Never do anything now that can be put off till the last minute. 7 hours is a really long time, you see. I don't remember joining any club. Get out, Kukai didn't mention it in her message, but I guess I'll be held responsible if you don't complete the training in time. Seeing that she can't weasel right out of this, Meshi slides on Beanbag Silva reluctantly. Training a guilt trip on me now? Darn it! Kukai is becoming more and more like Leva. Oh, Meshi, morning! Isn't it almost up for afternoon? You guys at Team A are sure laid back. Meshi looks around the training room morosely and turns towards Vector. So, just a little... how little does Kukai trust me to arrange such an over-the-top surveillance team for me? Maybe the two of us are the ones she doesn't trust. Whatever, Heartsy, make the preparations. Okay. Heartsy links Meshi to the control terminal. She hesitates for a moment and enters level 2, but then proceeds to activate the module. Turn on the moderating device object and level 2 on the screen. Do we need to be that thorough? I believe by supervising, Kukai meant watching her every single move like a hawk. What's the matter for you today, Heartsy? Why do you seem so tense? I love her, she's so cute. Look, Vivi, the image on the screen looks a bit strange. Prompted by Rash's exclamation, Vector looks towards the screen. It's now showing a scene of a combat simulation. In the center of the screen, an hourglass icon keeps rotating. A line starts emerging. Construction world framework. Formulating achievable objectives. Sowing tiny seeds of malice. A happy ending. What is this? Just then, a new image appears on the screen. The city from a bird's eye view is deserted. It appears to be desolate and dilapidated. The image larges and starts diving towards. A spot on the ground grows even larger, and the camera dives new to text appears on the screen again. What is going on? This once prosperous, beautiful city is in decline under the ravage of invaders. As a guardian, it is your honorable duty to eliminate them. Young one, go and create a legend. Oh my gosh. The subtitles appear. As the camera approaches the ground, it gradually becomes clear that the spot in the fact is a dull arm with a gun. He's facing a horde of enemies that are ready to attack. Oh, that's Meshi. Alright. Oh, there she is. It's not a bad idea, the gamified training. Well done, Harpsy. Oh! Meshly, what is going on? Uh-oh, it's starting. Let's talk after this game. Okay. So she actually gamified it. Okay, yeah, because she said it. Yeah, that's actually how the way they get it. She's making it fun for her. That's cute. I like that. Alright, game starto. Alright, let the girls do their thing. Hey, where are you going? She's wait, where was she going? Alright, and then wait, is there a little like ow. And then 7 and then bye. And one more, right? Ow. Bye. Bye-bye. I think Meshly could probably one-shot everything. After making a quick word with the enemies, Meshly holds up a big V sign. At the same time, the world's level up pop over ahead. Harpsy, get her on the comms. Right. On the screen, Meshly jumps as she startled by something. Then she turns around and leans in closer. Wow, so modern device looks like a flying camera on level 2. It's even equipped with comms. Disguised as a familiar that follows a girl around. That is certainly a classic trope. Looks like you've been reading the manga I gave you, Harpsy. So I'm guessing I'll have the entire contract soon enough, eh? Harpsy? What's this all about? Under Vector's impassive gaze, Harpsy finally stops weighing her hands and starts feeling the edge of her code instead. It's a plugin that introduces video game mechanics into a combat solution. The plot is generated by an advanced AI. It makes training more fun and interesting. I don't think we'll find anything fun, and interesting once Kukai finds out about this. I know you've been spending a lot of time forums for game devs. I know you've been spending a lot of time on forums for game devs lately, but this mod wasn't your idea, was it? Oh my gosh. It's my idea. I asked Harvey to whip this up. Don't you find the training of the days in really dull? I just can't keep it fired up. But is it really a good idea to turn the combat simulation into a game? I've actually done my research, you know. The concept of gamification has been introduced to many jobs and business activities these days. Experiment results show the significant improves employees' enthusiasm and productivity. For the sake of 4-4 training sites, I don't mind volunteering to be a lab rat to test this out. Let me reread that. Oh my gosh. The commentary, moving on. the commentary. What's your proposal? Huh? Your investigation report and analysis. It's the one thing you didn't tell me, but you actually put it into practice before clearing it with Kukai. Well, if I told the tyrant right from the start, my genius plan would have been nipped in the bud. But the training shouldn't be a game. Phoebe and I played video games about warfare before, but it cannot really apply to training. Since it's for training, I'm sure Harpsy has considered the issue applicable. That to lump her in with a certain dork on Team A would only ever think about slacking and playing is doing a disservice. Hey, I can still hear you. I'm not questioning Harpsy's abilities or Meshly's. The issue here is that you should have kept us in the dark about this. Okay, that's fair. Anything can happen in such unstable operating environments. You are indeed a very persistent potential dangers in situations, but don't forget, This is just a game plugin. Dolls don't take damage in virtual space. Why don't we give the worst case scenario algorithm a break? Archie gradually starts to regain her composure. She peers the Vector woefully. Warwood's face appears calm, but her eyes are flicker with emotion. You see, atop reaching of understanding, you need to reach a consensus. You must be able to trust your concern and judgment if you value cooperation. But right now, both of you are still standing on your ground, trying to force each other to accept your respective views. To reach a consensus, maybe I should yield a little. Come on. And now, let's not argue. I'll tell Kukai about this later. She'll probably tell me off, but no biggie. If I don't start playing training, I'll get demerit for falling behind schedule. In the end, Vector lets us off sigh. Fine, carry on with your training. I doubt we'll be able to contact Kukai and the commander anytime soon. Aye. But I'm also taking part. Vivi? Huh? Well, I don't mind. You gave me such an earful, but you want to play as well? No, I'm just worried you'll run into problems that you can't solve. Also, if I don't experience it myself, I won't be able to pour the Kukai on its invitation. Oh, how very serious and responsible of you. Harpsy, log me in too. Okay. I'll change it once you do player mode. Oh my gosh, not 2-player mode. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, okay, I'm sorry if y'all's hearing this. My iPhone that's in the corner I think it's hearing Harpsy, and it's like, oh, you mean, and I'm like, oh no. So if I go silent for a second, it's literally me trying to tell her to stop. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue. With number 3. So we're gaming. We're gamers. The overgrown weeds of grass soil beneath the Vector feel stretched all the way high while surrounding the city in the distance. Using the watchlight operating device on her wrist, Vector opens the area map. On the map, red cursor representing her and Meshi are drawn close together. Vector, over here! The wind carries Meshi's holler. Vector studies surroundings, her attention immediately drawn to the red telephone booth not far from here. What is this a reference to? She then catches sight of Meshi, who is bouncing up and down right next to the phone booth. Waving her arms around, her hair is frizzy and messy, like a bunch of weeds. Ahem, Vector the Brave, are you ready to set up upon the adventure with me? I think I am. No, you're not. But that's alright. Meshi the Great Prophet will guide your way. Come, head inside. Oh my god. Too much. Gosh, oh my gosh. Meshi points to the red phone on the booth. What's this? You'll find out when you get in. Vector is ushered into the phone booth, which looks deceitfully out of the place for its surroundings. Then, at Meshi's instance, she picks up the receiver and puts it against her ear. After a soft click, a mechanical female voice comes from the other end of the line. Saving game. Don't disconnect. What is this a reference to? This is one of the games. I know what it is. It's on the top of my head. There's literally a saying game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can put it in the comments or whatever. I can't remember this one. That is a reference. Oh my gosh. It's on the tip of my tongue. I remember a thing when you lift up the phone, it saves your game. I don't think it's Resident Evil, but I don't think it's a reference to that. But oh my gosh. Save. You are fully restored. Vector hangs up the exit of the phone booth. She realizes her HP bar is full again. So, it's a save point. Save points are super important. You can only level up and restore health out of save points. Whoa, how come you jumped 3 levels in an instant? Your level's not even higher than me, the Great Prophet. I defeated several ELDs on the way. Huh? So you got more XP by farming ELD mobs? That shouldn't be the case. Are you really Meshti? Of course I am. Why do you ask? Your energetic demeanor and genuine effort for problem solving are incurrent with my neural records. I told you as much. Gaming can boost enthusiasm. If you were this enthusiastic in real life, Kukai wouldn't have. Oh. The sound of a bullet slices through the air. Sniper, 11 o'clock. The two dolls dive into the side of the road. Next to the second bullet hole appears the spot where they were just standing. Vector promptly draws her submachine gun and aims at the source of the shot, but she freezes at the sight of their attacker. The dolls standing on the slope, not far from the sports twin tails, are most familiar to. Wait, what? Oh, wait, corkscrew twin tails that are most familiar to Vector. Wait. Why are we? Relax, that was just a greeting. But your attitude is utterly unfamiliar. Huh? Rachi? Why is she also in the game? That's not Rachi. What? Who are you? Ruined Crystallis lies just ahead. It's not a place meant for morons like you. I've seen too many risk everything trying to make a fortune, but end up paying with their lives. Rachi bears the tag number 90 above her head, continues her monologue as if she hasn't heard my Vector question at all. You're right, Rachi doesn't. You're right, Rachi doesn't talk like Kukai. What? You don't know about ruined Crystallis? Oh my gosh. The technology you're converting crystal crystals to crystal energy has won the city worldwide renowned. Just how ignorant are you? Collapse crystal. Crystal energy? Crystal energy has made ruined crystals the most prosperous affluent city in the world. It is the best place for us crystal hunters to find jobs. Unfortunately, the largest artificial crystal pipe is there exploded, and the radiation release led to the creation of the countless invaders. It was all because of the wanton destruction they caused, and the ruined crystal is a sorry state. Rachi's tone and gestures become increasingly impassioned. It's almost as if a spotlight shining her as a school sizes. But even as you said in the ruins, the remaining collapsed crystal ruined crystals are still outside countless who dream of getting rich overnight. If you're just headless files driven by greed, I advise you to turn around and scram as fast as you can. What the Benji is he on about? Huh? You're not headless flies, you say? Then who on earth are you? After that, Rachi freezes like someone pushed the pause on her. She just stares there unmovingly. Two lines text appear in front of her out of thin air. A, we're not headless flies. B, we're the guardians who have come to save the city. GC's not really filtering what we say. Those two lines are responses? Oh, maybe. What? Maybe we're in a cutscene, and those two lines are the choices that will set us the different plot branches. In that case, Rachi, no, number 9 must be an NPC. NPC. Meshi, have you ever encountered those when you were blogging previously? Nope. The plots were really simple. Either slaying a dragon to save a princess, or collecting little beasts as pets. How many references are you gonna put in this game, Girls Frontline? Seriously. The amount of references, holy Benji. The plot is really simple. Either slaying a dragon, okay, basic with this one. Slaying a dragon to save a princess. Okay. Or collecting little bees as pets. Gee, I wonder what this one's a reference to. Oh my gosh. Why don't we just ask Heartsy, the creator of the plugin? Heartsy, what's going on here? That is the cutest little thing in existence. I want this. That is cute. Look at thing just floating there. Anyway, but the surveillance camera simply flutters around, giving no response. Change. The comm line disconnected? Huh? Then let's just randomly pick an answer. Meshty reads the 2 lines quickly. Let's see. Not to be around Rush. It's just state our identity. We are guardians who have come to save the city. Wow, that sounded pretty awesome. Raji comes to life again after receiving a new input. Guardians? Could a weakling like you actually be guardians? Since you're guardians, I have no reason to stop you. Though I seriously question your ability to save Runia's Christianus. How dare you question us? To prevent you from mutilating death, I'll have some information to share with you. Invaders will regenerate indefinitely in the radiation. It can only be eradicated by using secret weapons that can cleanse radiation. This secret weapon is the research institute, the northwest corner of Runa Crystal. I have guided many people there, but none have returned. If you're sure about this, follow this road, head north. There is a border terminal without only entrance to the sealed city. And here are some supplies for you. Zone map. Outskirts of Runia Crystallis. Obtained. Ammo 36. Obtained. Main story quest updated. Head to the Research Institute in Ruinous Crystallis. As the mechanical female voice speaks again, those solve vibration on her wrist. Oh wait. Now go complete your mission. Stop taking up space here. With that, Raji freezes again. Almost at the same time, a frantic voice shrieks from the surveillance camera. That wasn't me. I never call you a fool or moron. Delete that from your neurologs. I actually find her assignment quite proud. Phoebe! Don't worry. Even I could tell that wasn't you. Get Harpsy on the line. Okay, I promise you'll delete that. Harpsy, here you go. Harpsy's voice now speaks to the camera. Victor? Why did the comms get connected just now? It didn't. Did it have the game version? Voice input is automatically disabled while entering a cutscene. She really just said, nah, I'm just cutting. Oh my gosh. Anyway, moving on. A cutscene? So that's number 90 really is an NPC. Yes. The creative AI I implemented in the plugin only writes very simple things in early stages. After a period of time, it will learn to upgrade itself and reading subjects and neurologs. Maybe this is why Meshty never encountered any NPCs before. Reading the subject's neurologs. That's right. Due to the lack of R&D funding, some of the settings, as well as NPC models, appearances are randomly extracted from recreated from dolls that have been taken part in the past comment sections and their neurologs. So that wasn't really raunchy, but merely a character operation data. The personality is based entirely on the plot generated by AI. A carbon copy in terms of physical appearance? That's completely different personality. Oh boy, that's pretty interesting. I get really excited about what's going on happen. Does the Runia crystal she mentioned exist in reality? No, the AI just grabbed some information from the class crystals and made up the rest. Perhaps the disease of is concerned, Harpsy asked cautiously. Don't worry, it's all just internal use. None of it's uploaded to the network. Our data is totally safe. Understood. Good. Wait, did she really just say it's not used for AI training? That's okay. Nice comedy. I love that. Alright. Vector nods. I have no more questions. Let's go, Meshty. Now that we have a new map, we should continue to explore. Oh, you used to be even more fired up than me, Vector. See, gamification does work. Perhaps, but even more fired up than you isn't something that warrants much praise. Following number 90's instructions, the two dolls entered the border terminal without much hassle. The deserted building appears spacious and empty. A gloom of unknown lies beyond the turnstiles. Wow! It looks almost like a passage that leads to some alternate alternate dimension. Watch your step. What? Meshi dodges aside a reflex. When she looks back, she realizes it's just a broken limb of an ELD. Gotta be careful with that girl. Huh? Now that I take a good look, the whole place of ELD remains. I have a bad feeling about this. Once we go through this passage, we should be in the city. Once we put this fast, we should be in the city. Vector passes Meshi's Vector peers at Meshi's health bar. By the way, I've been meaning to ask. What? Why is that grayish white thing underneath our health bar? It goes down periodically. Stamina, right? Oh, that's... All of a sudden, a piercing howl interrupts the conversation. Venture's eyes flash as she darts a glance behind her. Duck! Enemy attack! That's probably the stamina bar if I would have to guess, because that would make the most sense. Anyway. We are facing an unknown number of enemy units. Let's keep our distance for now. Wow, these footsteps. It sounds like there are quite a few enemies. Let's just try to handle them with the best of our abilities. Okay, I'll take this side. Oh, you'll be fine, girl. You'll be fine. I like this little game of I love this little video game they're playing, basically. A video game in a video game. But I also love the fact, that, all the references. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm trying to think of what the phone one is, though. That's the one I don't know about yet. Also, I love the, this top-down model. It's really cool. Bang. And whee! And oh, well, you're done. Bang! The last ELD is shot through the head and topples to the ground while it's lunging forward. Standing in front of it is Vector, who didn't manage to raise her gun in time. Her finger remains still on the trigger. Phew, that was close. Are you okay? Vector's drains up. She curls her fingers and curls them again tentatively. I was unable to move due to some kind of force, but I seem to be okay now? Oh, that's because your stamina bar was down to 0. Yep. Stamina bar? You know, the greatest thing that you were just asking about? About any big movement like jumping, rolling costs some stamina. If your stamina bar is empty, you won't be able to move and will have to wait your stamina recover. Never. To do that, Meshi in the Prophet suggests you move and kite your enemies to recover while your stamina. Don't make any big movements unless you absolutely have to. I see, but how you define big movements? Any movements other than walking. That doesn't seem very reasonable. What are you talking about? The essence of this kind of game, stamina manages the key to set noobs apart from the pros. So we're doing Dark Souls logic here. Dark Souls logic. Gotcha. Understandable. Have a nice day. You still have much to learn, newbie. Vector. Oh my gosh. But in reality, unless there's some kind of malfunction, dolls don't experience such eruptions in their power supply before the battery runs out. I can't think of any real benefit this mechanism brings to actual combat in the real world. Well? As she seems to devoting a lot of computational power to ponder a question, her brow furrows deeply. I can think of one. Actually, kinda. Well, how would you? Yeah, because of the... unless they run out of power. I mean, I guess in a situation where... let's say, I want to see what she goes. It can reduce unnecessary maneuvers? Yep, there we go. Okay, that's smart. Yeah. Reduce unnecessary maneuvers. Conserve energy and power? See, at the end of the day, energy and power aren't infinite. I personally disagree, but I will note this down to let Kuka and Chimera be the judge of that. That actually is very smart, yeah. It takes to like make every ounce of energy count. Wait, did she say something else or did I just not miss the dialogue? No. Okay, good. Ugh, we're having so much fun here. Why do you have to keep bringing up the bad ending that awaits me? As the converse, they step over remains of ALDs that head towards the turnstile. The other notice the most impassable twitch. Alright, I think I said that wrong. Alright. I'm actually loving this. Let's continue with number 4. I'm loving this. I'm loving this little story. They're just having games. They're just gamer girls right now, and I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I'm loving it. Alright, there's more. With a soft click, Vector and Meshti exit the phone booth. Before they lie on a familiar weeds and cracked earth. The body text, "You died," remains hauntingly fresh in their memory. This is a Dark Souls. Can you stop with the references? That's so a FromSoft Dark Souls reference. You cannot convince me otherwise. Wait, why are we here again? You return to the last save point only when you die. Okay, that makes sense. So clearly we just died? How? I have no idea. I was talking to you, so I didn't see anything, but something probably ambushed us from behind. Just then, the tourist camera pipes up while circling around them. Phoebe, I saw it. It was the ELD that you shot down. It was feigning death. It was one who attacked from behind. ELDs? Is feigned death? We've been had. I should have known there would have been such a sneaky move, and this time it came. Yep. Hang on. Am I being ignorant here? Have you ever seen an ELD that knows how to feign death? Oh, so that's what it was. So the ELD was pretending to be at KIA, and then it came up and went, surprise! Okay, so that's what it meant earlier. Okay. I haven't, but that doesn't really rule out possibility. Who it's a matter of life or death, even when poor ELDs have to pick up some cunning tricks. If that's true, then all commissions that involve ELDs would be doubled the price. This time, it's Waldo who speaks through the camera. Vector, is it one of those extremes and likelihoods that you're so obsessed with? Okay, that good call out. This shouldn't be so far-fetched according to your logic. Okay. Well, has a point, but... The urgent Laura's tone doesn't excite Vector, but she makes no rebuke. Instead, she pulls up the game in her face. We are missing a certain amount of ammo and 531 XP. Is this some system error? Oh nah, it's probably a penalty for dying. They're playing us Souls-like. That is amazing. Penalty for dying? Just as we get drops rewards for defeating enemies, if we die, we also lose supplies and XP. But the supplies are usually retrievable at the location of our death. Of course they are. Would they be sized by our enemies? Huh? That'd be too infuriating, no? There are... These are requires hard-earned supplies. If any game implements that, it'll flop real hard as soon as it launches. What? That wasn't there a game that literally did that? Like there was like I remember there was a game. I don't know what they're referencing here, but there was a game where you had to defeat a certain enemy to get your XP back. Like they had all their stuff. I can't remember what it was though. So it might actually be an interesting gimmick. Feels like an in-game. Feels like the game is dragging us around by the nose. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. Sometimes when you just can't beat the game and you're so angry you just want to quit, you'll think to yourself, oh, I should at least pick up the loot before quitting. Then, once you've done that, you'll think, since I'm here, why don't I give it another go? Maybe I'll beat it this time. Then before you know it, a whole night has passed. Stop calling me out. Stop calling us out. So the game is exploiting the player's fear of loss and competitive nature to keep them addicted. I need to screenshot that. This is gotcha. Oh my gosh, gotcha game. Oh my gosh. The meta in this. Let's go and retrieve our loot and make our way to the Runia Crystallis. Back here again. We'll have to be careful this time around. We'll be fine. I know the LDs here can play dead now. But it's so annoying to hear to fight them again. Remember to shoot them once more after they go down. Then ensure that no LDs are playing dead. Do the double tap. Remember, always double tap. Yeah, I've got it. Then let us begin. Always double tap, never single tap. Alright. Let's go! It'd be kind of cool if they actually did a double tap, but we'll see. I don't think they will, but we'll see. Alright. And whee! And then bang, 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 bang. Give me that, and whoop, done. And goodbye. Bang, 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 bang. Oh my god. I want a little like soul symbol, blah, blah. That was close. I wish I didn't think that I could lose. This was a hard game. That was a hard game. That was training. Never mind. Let's go see what else we can take. Alright, I'll look it over there. Okay, I thought there was gonna be another cutscene. Meshi and Vector start rummaging through the pile of LEDs scattered around the supplies. The certain LED cores disappear and fade away. Ammo 63 attained. Healing potion pen obtained. Item crystal bracelet attained. Zone map rune crystals of urban area updated. New zone unlocked. A cheap bracelet made from inferior crystal fragments. But by the description, seems pretty useless. He says, it's probably not related to the plot. We can't go around keeping it with us. We can't go around with keeping it with us. Say, this has been quite powerful. With all the XP, we can level up twice in a row. But we're constantly at risk of losing XP before we find the next save point. You'd be wise not to treat them as yours yet, so that you won't feel sorry if you lose them. I love how these two are gaming. If we lose them, we can always get them back. It's just a bit of a pain. You can always start again in game. You can always start again. Does that mean you don't always give it your all? Exactly. Oh, no. I always put in effort. Vector stares at Michi, who looks in disbelief. Then all of a sudden, another thought seems to struck her. If we die again while in the process of retrieving our loot, will we still be able to recover things like trying to retrieve? I haven't really come across this vision, but Superman Gaming 6? Probably not. Harpsy, is that right? The camera hovering in midair bobs up and down twice. That's indeed the case. I based the game on similar mechanics. Basically, you can only recover the things you last dropped. So if your inventory is empty to begin with, you won't be able to recover anything. In other words, players are very likely to end up with nothing at all. Huh? Yeah, if you're not careful, then that's true. An extremely limited amount of save points, save-based recovery, and resetting, drops penalty. So far, I find the design feature of this game that far beyond the scope of training, a little too harsh and cumbersome. I love how they're playing a Souls-like. I love this. This is too funny. Huh? I was just trying to match level dealing with the module. Also, as she said, there were still standard setup. These were all standard setups for games. Meshley, what type of games are you playing? Standard setup for games? I had assumed you would at least consider how to incorporate training in the game. From what I can see, you have simply shoehorned into a framework without much thought. That's where you're wrong. Suffering is the essence of sort of mechanism. Only through trial and hardship can the fruits of victory taste sweeter. I don't have a module installed for ingesting food, thank you. Vector, that's not... what else do I not know about the essence of this kind of mechanism? You're missing the point, Vector. You've been approaching this with a negative bias and much reliance from the get-go. It's only natural that you struggle to experience the fun I'm trying to explain. You got to relax. Think you also can fail to comprehend my concerns. I totally understand them, but since we're here, we should just chill and enjoy the game. Vector brows her furrow. Then she lets out a heavy sigh. Never mind. At least in terms of combat, both the breakout and the beginning we just went through match the settings of the module. There are some things that didn't pay attention to other sides, but it's not impossibly far-fetched. Wow, sounds like you played some impossibly far-fetched games? I just find it very bizarre that these games demand dolls to behave in a way that follows human psychology habits. Can you explain it in a more understandable way? Basically, back when we were still in Griffin, Rachi and I took part in gaming tournaments for some monetary reward. I want to see that. The event was quite heavily promoted. I wonder if you remember. Gaming tournament. That does ring a bell. Apart from dying in combat, players in the game could also die from hunger and hypothermia. So survival mode. That would be strange for humans, but dolls, we tend to overlook such problems. If this plugin also incorporated the same mechanism to make it possible for us to die from lack of substance or low temperature, then it would make it even more difficult for us to beat the game. Hold on, don't tell me you're talking about... Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. Yeah, we don't know that game. Nope, we don't know that game. Moving on. Oh my gosh. What? You didn't participate? What? You didn't participate? Nope. I remember a doll player did actually freeze to death. I think she went by Pink Nyan Nyan Punch. What a tasteful name. Right, we better get going, or the LDs here will respond. Was that you, Meshti? Are you Pink Nyan Nyan? You're right. Then let me check what way we should go. I think that's her. After scrutinizing the map for a while, Vector plots a serpentine route. Looks like we'll be spending quite a time on the road. The region and the border terminal are the opposite ends of the city. Oh, they're really far. How long will it take us to get there? Running across the map is always such a chore. Can we get travel along the straight line here? Meshi points at the straight passage leading to the northeast area marked on the dotted line on the map. The mouth of the passage is right ahead of them. Underground transportation hub and ruined chrysalis. Are you sure? Anything underground also sounds particularly ominous. The value train is so many dangerous places. We're not tourists, so what's the point of spending so much time on the road? You're right. It's more important to complete the training. Alright. I'm kind of surprised you're actually doing this. Okay. Well, let's continue. Number 5. I'm actually surprised she's actually taking this training somewhat seriously. Or the game. I don't know. So many I don't knows. Anyway. Vector and Meshi feel that they're way forward in the Gloon transportation hub. If we die again, let's not go underground again. According to this map, this is the fast route to the research institute. The route above is 2 metering. But at least we're much less likely to get surrounded by brutally killed by enemies in the dark, like just now, don't you think? I didn't know our night vision was disabled. Our most recent death cost us 1,500 XP, 110 ammo, and 25 healing potions. Blight Town. Anyway, all our effort down the drain just like that. This we're definitely gonna die. We're gonna go through this part before, so we just have to counteract all the enemies sequence of attack, right? Oh my gosh. Yes, we're learning the attack patterns, everyone. Here we go. Then you have memorized enemy sequence of attacks. Well, 2 came straight ahead, 3 came to the left, and 1 from behind? Wrong. There were 2 enemies attacking us from behind. The one who grabbed you crawled up to us from the ground, while the one who attacked me was hanging from the ceiling. Betcher feels the doll behind her shiver. Ah! This sounds like something right out of a horror game. This is Blight Town. This is Blight. Oh my gosh, the references. But since you memorized it, we should be fine, no? There's no telling we'll encounter more enemies after that. You're right. Games like this love kicking you when you're down. Seriously, this AI really got the sadism of certain game devs down pat. Is that a jab at Dark Souls games? Wow. Sadism? Going by your own logic, I thought this would be so-called essence of these games. It's only an essence after you beat the game. With that, it's all death sadism. That's a good line. Wait, that's a very good line. I want to screenshot that later and share that. And it's just exhausting. I feel like I've reached the point where I just quit the game and go to sleep. But this is your training. Oh. Vector ignores the reluctance of Meshi's voice and continues onward. As the darkness hampers her vision, her auditory modules becomes exceptionally sensitive. As the Carnivor's underground transportation hub, and the softest rustle sounds are incredible loud. Vector suddenly comes to the hall, causing Meshi to crash into her. I thought I said crash out, my brain. Ah, that hurt. Why the heck did you stop all of a sudden? Hush, stay quiet. Crave your auditory model sensitivity. Huh? Why are you being so secretive? Meshi rubs her forehead and does what is instructed. As a buzzy noise and like a bee wings grow clearer from the head. Is it coming from here? Coming from here? Vector places her hand on the wall next to her, feels the way down an inch by inch. What? There's a vent here. It sounds like it's coming from inside. Meshi, back up a bit. Huh? Okay. After a burst against it, something plate-like falls to the ground with a clang. That opening should be wide enough. Wait, we are going in there? I want to see what's making that noise. That sounds too realistic, which seems suspicious. To prevent us from encountering anything unexpected again while we're on the way to recover the supplies we've lost, we must eliminate unfavorable conditions in advance. You have a point. This could be a hidden stage or something. Then make it quick. I'll wait here for you. Yeah. Then she lets out Matsuya. She sees her growing a child of being energetic. Have you forgotten who's supposed to complete her training here? I haven't. But what if we wipe in there? All our worldly potential will be swallowed by the system again. That's why I told you not to think of them as yours. If we wipe, we'll just start again. We can start again however many times we want since it's a game, right? Wow, I can just believe Vector actually said something so reckless. I'm just doing the best to comprehend your idea of fun. After turning a few bends along the ventilation duct, the two dolls' vision becomes clearer and clearer as their eyes catch a little bit of light. At last, they reach the end of the ventilation duct. Vector dislodges the metal pipe force, and the light floods their vision. Metal buckets and storage boxes are scattered all around with space neither big nor small. Several switches are mounted on the walls, and several generators are locked behind metal fences on either side of the passageway. This is a generator room? But the generators aren't running, so where's the power coming from? And what's that mechanical sound? Could it be that? Vector looks towards where Mishti is pointing and sees the electric cable traveling down the wall and process the passage. The cable is connected to the glass container device, a sparkling crystal suspended in the glass container, slowly rotating with a rhythmic buzz. That's... Just as they make an approach, the sound of glass container crashing to the ground suddenly comes from behind them. They quietly dart behind the pillar and raise their weapon. The person who has suddenly appeared behind them is currently grabbing her own face with both hands, looking utterly terrified. I have been spotted! Is that Harpsy? It is Harpsy. The hovering camera walls in the air as if in process, but makes no sound. Spotted lab rats will be eaten. What should I do? What should I do? The NPC named TMB appears to be in a state of extreme panic. She keeps pacing around the pillar of the passage maniacally. Then all of a sudden she stops. Phew! I need to calm down. Calm down and think. Alright, I have to find the anywhere door. If I find the anywhere door, I'll be able to leave. She looks around. Her face lights up with glee as her gaze lands upon the storage boxes. Found it! TMP steps right into the box and closes the lid above her and heads in one fluid movement. Banjo strides forward and flings the lid open. A scream that sounds like a groundhog immediately comes from within the box. Ah! I got found again! I'm gonna be eaten! Ah, too loud! Minor value. Bad module. Vector, do something! As the scream persists in the background, two choices once again appear before the dolls. A. Close the doll box and let her calm down. B. Use item critical bracelet. So this is where you can use it. Vector taps the icon of the crystal bracelet on her and like hands it over to Harpsy, who bears the name tag TMP above her head. I'm getting eaten, I'm getting... Oh, that's... The bracelet icon in TMP's hand materializes in an actual bracelet. At the sight of the bracelet, the girl's pain immediately replaced by joy. Hey, you're okay. Oliver, you're a very picture of health. I'm glad you haven't been eaten by the monsters. Now, we can get out of here together. Make sure you hold onto my hand and don't let go. TMP puts the bracelet on her wrist fastly as she gives the two dolls a solemn bow. Thank you very much for bringing Oliver. Sorry for making you two scary monsters. Oliver was all I had even before becoming a lab, right? We love going on treasure hunts in the city. Oliver said we were just picking up trash, but I often found treasures. Sounds like a scavenger. But what's the deal with this lab rat business? Then one day, someone told us that we could offer unlimited food and a safe place to live. But in exchange, we must do him a small favor by trying some sort of colorful candy and drinks. We agreed, so that person let us in a cage for lots of other rabbits like us. They were all covered in sparkly crystals. So pretty! Oh yeah, that's it. Wow, thank goodness we didn't break. The jar was surprisingly sturdy. The DMP picks up the glass container with the crystal lying on her feet and lifts it up for them to see. He said the crystal is super useful. It generates heat and power. It can do anything. Hee hee. When I left the cage, I took some with me. As a gesture of gratitude, thank you. You can also take the LLDs. Now watch ping with notification. Glass crystals 3 attained. Crystal powered flashlight 1 attained. Item broken pocket watch. Oh no! Do not put that reference in. I swear to Benji. This is a treasure I have on me. Oliver and I will be resting here for a bit. Until next time, kind stranger. After living your lines in rapid fire mode, TMT falls silent. Wow, she came, she monologued, she scrammed. What perfect NPC? Utterly no nonsense. Whatever the case, this better the flashlight in her hand shows that we can hand in plot-related items and NPCs in exchange for items that can help us along the way. The broken buck which probably also has its use. There's no guarantee we'll run into the right NPC. Don't overthink it. We'll encounter them when time is right. At least we have a light source now. We haven't been so easily ambushed by ELDs for shadows like before. True. Now you can see. But we won't necessarily beat them even if we can see. One step at a time, I suppose. Now let's go get our stuff and continue on our city. Alright. I can finally see clearly! I can see clearly now, the light has shown. Oh! So many enemies lying in ambush. All units be cautioned. And take care not to be ambushed again. What is that? That enemy seems pretty dangerous. Maybe we should gang up on it. Agreed. Hehe. Now that's what I call a tactic understanding between members of fraternity. What is that enemy? That's interesting. Okay. We'll see what that enemy is. We'll probably defeat it in one go, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, so it's just... There you go. Okay, go. Yeah, that's if Kukai doesn't eliminate in one shot. And... There we go. Oh. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Got that one. Got that one. Okay. Bye bye. Oh, nice throw. Very nice throw. Alright. Alright. With the help of the flashlight, the two dolls promptly dispatch the invaders in the transportation hub and recover their loot. Watching their XP bar slowly grow, Meshi lets out a long exhale. Phew! I'm kind of in the mood again. Something's not right. Huh? I recover at least 2/3 of our previous XP. I also have fewer supplies than before. What about you? I don't really see much of a difference. On top of the loot, I'm feeling something important is missing. Something important? Like, it's all simulated here, so you shouldn't lose anything. If you lost important neurologs, your neural module will also flag it. There's our glitch. That's true. But I'm absolutely sure that this isn't all the loot. Could be a bug. Bugs are pretty common in games, just as Heartseed for the patch update. Harpsy, can you please take a look? Sure thing. Leave it to me. While you're at it, also check the surveillance connection. Your voice is getting fuzzy. Okay. When the flimsy emerged from the underground transportation hub, the sunlight was strong unless she squinted her eyes. We're finally out of that dark, miserable place. So this is the city proper of Runia Crystallis. It doesn't seem different from the satellite cities we visited before. The image is taken from an neurologs after all, but there's a difference. Look over there. The colorful glass pipes have varying thickness and lengths as far as the eye can see. Some of them lie overturned on floor tiles, some poking out from the walls, while others are completely exposed from the outside. Most of them are cracked and broken, like icicles piercing through the city. I wonder what these colorful glass pipes are for. They must be the crystal pipe explosion and whatnot the NPC Rachi mentioned. Crystal pipe, Rachi. While Vector is deep in thought, a mellow voice speaks up from behind. Hey, it's you! The crystal pipes. They're transmitting crystals from crystal energy. Andros? Andros, who's appeared behind them at some point, claps her hands and blinks, her lips curl in a prim smile. Ever since people discovered how to convert crystals into energy, they began laying pipes made of this special material on a large scale to transfer energy in every corner of the city. The city was therefore named Runia Crystallis, and the pipes were also named crystal pipes. They're rainbow arteries of the city. Right. Are you crystal hunters? No, we're the janitors. Crystal hunters? No. You managed to reach the city proper. You may not be crystal hunters, but you're no ordinary people either. We're nothing extraordinary either. We're actually guardians. Guardians? Impressive. No wonder you suffered no injuries on your journey here. Well, that's not really. What is it, Vector? Feeling like tug her to sleep, Meshi looks back at Vector. Don't you think there's something strange about her? Strange? Yeah, you're right. It's like talking to Andros in the flesh. That's not what I mean. Have you noticed our interaction with other NPCs has done through multiple choice questions, whereas she's able to converse with us freely? Maybe just a fluke of her prescriptive response. Patient, let me try again. Meshi clears her throat. Andros? My name is G3KST. Darren, she actually registers what we're saying. She's different from previous NPCs. We better be careful. And who are you? I am a mercenary dispatched from New Christmas to search for the rescue and survivors. You're here on your own? I have came to the company, but the intelligence received is inaccurate. The number of invaders down here may be leaked crystals that explode our expectations. Out of the whole company, I'm the only one left. She frowned slightly. I'm trying to gather as much companions, possession as I can, just to give some closure to their families. The two adults far silent as return to their resolute gaze. Something just feels off. Have you got any ideas? Not really. It's just so much a pain to think. I just want to get this over and get some rest before Klukai comes back. Have the motivational effects of the gamification worn off already? Well, even a gamer girl would get bored after playing for so long. Klukai? No, nothing. You're gathering your fallen companions, possessions, you say. Have you found anything yet? No, it's like trying to find needles in a haystack. Possessions. As Vector ponders, she suddenly thinks of the broken pocket watch. Maybe you could take a look at this. Vector taps her watch and gives the broken pocket watch to her. Light particles gather in the physical object in her palm, an actual pocket watch. This is... She opens her pocket watch with great care and her eyes fill up with tears. This belonged to a friend. Thank you. Aw, she turns her open a bottle watch to show the inventor what's inside. A photo engraved inside of the cover. The shoujo has blonde hair, green eyes with scornful eyes. That's a picture of. We know who that. Okay. Okay. Please tell me it's who I think it is. Yeah, I think I know who that picture is because that pose. Is that who I think it is? It is. It's Will Rod. That's hilarious. Benjamin's eyes are hovering the camera with some eyes hovering the camera, some interpretation. It's for the plot. I hope she doesn't mind too much. Thank you. This is probably the only thing I'll be able to find. I don't have anything to give you in return for the favor. Huh? Nothing at all. I thought we would gain something new skill or amazing stat, like armor, revival, or something like that. I'm very sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any armor retrieval, but I could join you and lend my strength. Support character has joined the group. Holy crud! That can happen? I suppose a support character is an NPC that assists the player in combat. Bingo! 10 points for Vector. Fabulous. Now someone will fight by my stead. Though I wonder if Andros also crashes very easily. You shouldn't rely on her too much. Rather, she's prone to crashes or not. You've gone to complete your training on your own merit. Don't worry. Sorensen is only there to balance out the game's difficulty. Vector appears as the smiling girl. That Meshti, who is also excitement, frowns. He tries to suppress the sense of disquiet she's feeling and looks down to consult the map. We're still doing some way for the research suit. Hope nothing will go wrong. Why? Vector, you never say that. Vector, why? Why? You never say that. Vector, that is. Gee, I hope nothing will go on. Vector, you never say that. Oh my gosh, Vector. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're getting an actual cutscene now. Oh, Vector, why? Vector, you never say that line. You never say, well, I hope nothing happened wrong. Oh, Lord, here we go. And something indeed went wrong. Okay, is that the only cutscene? We got another one. Okay, we got a couple. We got like one more, too. All right, let's go. This one is just a cutscene read. Let's check it out. A silent murder is being played out for the real virtual world. Interesting. All right. While Heartsy is focused on checking the codes on the terminal, while Raji are writing surveillance feed from level 2 on the monitor. Why are we here again? Okay. All right. Well, at the sight of her own portrait of deceased, Wellrod crosses her arms and scuffs into his taste. Don't let it bother you. Herbie said as much. It's Aaron's Island. You saw how odd I was. Don't be ridiculous. You think I'd be bothered by the poor face smile of me? I'm actually more curious about who behind the design that made me exist in a big data in such a disrespectful way. You're totally stamping your feet, yet you still won't admit you're angry? Don't worry, BB and the rest of us won't tease you about it. Ooh, who's scared of being teased? All I'm saying is the random function of plugin could use some optimization. Oh? What is it now? They've got killed by invaders again. Gosh darn it. Well, Rod turns around and laughs when she sees the "you died" on the screen. Our poor players. One constantly hesitates out of counters. The outer is lazy and complacent. The outcome couldn't be more predictable. Huh? But I think they're already working really hard. No, something's wrong. Heartsy muttering interrupts the conversation. About a frantic typing follows. Raji and Wilwer exchange a look, then walk out the Harpy. What is Harpy? What's wrong? There's some kind of anomaly in the data. The code return that drops a bit different from what I wrote. It got overwritten. Oh? So that's why they didn't recover all their loot. But who would overwrite the code? I don't know. Harpy's input activates a pop-up window on the screen. each bearing a large red cross that flashes continuously. Even Raji and Woe, who knew little about programming, can tell that means Harpsy's attempt to override the code has failed. I can't do it. The editing permissions are completely locked. I can't make any changes. Who in the outside could possibly bypass my access permissions? Dyer? No. No, could it be a virus? But I wasn't connected to any external network developing running the program. Don't let this distraction befuddle you, Harpsy. I think it's time for the two dolls lost their fantasy of playing Guardian to wake up from their dream. Alright, I'll contact and tell them to disconnect level 2 right away. Archie clicks on the comms button terminal, but the arrow pops up here on the screen again. Comms are jammed? Jammed? Anything else that seems out of the ordinary? Let me see. Harpsy types away on the keyboard, and rows upon rows of text scrolls the terminal screen. Archie knits her brows. The drops aren't the only thing getting overwritten. Even their neural data. Neural data? Every time they die, they lose a certain portion of their neural data. Wait, what? What is this program? The data flow is untraceable. Uh-oh. It could be some kind of virus. At this rate, the virus will completely take over their neural modules. What? Stay calm, will you? Don't savage yourself and panicking. Harpsy, can you handle this virus? I don't know. I tried to trace it, but the virus is probably capable of hiding its tracks, so I couldn't. I can't issue the command to terminate the program either. What should we do? Unfortunately, panicking won't help to trace the data flow either. Come on, Harpsy, you're one of the creators of the module plugin. No one knows it better than you. To be fair, Dyer probably knows it better than me, but if we ask Dyer to help, Kukai will also find out. The cat ears on Harpsy's head droop instantly, probably the thought of Kukai. I know Kukai's scary, but VMSG safety is more important here. I know, it's only I don't care about safety, I just... Seeing as Archie on the verge of tears, Laura bends down and rests her hands on Harpsy's shoulder. She looks directly into her eyes. If you're certain you can't solve this issue on your own, go ahead and touch a Dyer. Take responsibility indeed is daunting response type, but remember, you are not alone. Laura's firm hand on her senior is little. She tries to clear her notes and nods frantically. Sorry, Harpsy, but I also a bit beside myself, so I just blur out without thinking. No, I shouldn't be helping and sedating. Alright, save the self-reflection for later. Now let's get moving. Laura claps her hands. Harpsy, contact Dyer. Raji, send a message to the commander Kukai that explains the situation. Best thing up to herself should spare us the worst of the storm. Okay. You got it. Did the AI gain sentience? Is that what's going on? They're in danger. All right, let's continue with number 6. All right. There are memories hold on tightly to, but they pass through one's hands without realizing they're on it. Is the virus getting a little possessive? Uh-oh. Scary. Oh, just instant battle? Okay. We'll just get into it. Combat Zdotto. Alright. Go, go, go. Let's go, go. Oh my gosh, why is it keep doing that? There we go. Alright, back in the game. Alright. Meshi takes in the defeated enemies all around her and expresses her heartfelt admiration. Some have fallen head into a pit, while others are hanging on the guardrails. Ooh, such release firepower, such agility for velocity on $1 army. Here, I can pull an SP version of some SRU. I pulled an SP version of some SRR units? Oh my gosh. You flatter me. I'm simply performing my duty. She's even gently, Andros. Isn't she too perfect? Now there's not anything wrong with the actual Andros. Just leave the combat to me. Wow, I've been waiting for so long. Someone finally says this to me? This is indeed the near that I've been long dreamed of. Not I'm complaining about the actual Belka Andros. Metro looks at Meshti, who is hanging onto like a rucksack, with a hint of helplessness. Are you playing to make her carry the whole way? What's the problem? It's not like we're walking is part of the training. I think that chewing out by Kuka is available at this point. But if she sees you like this through the surveillance recording, it's just a better 500 shot drill turning into an 800 shot drill. Quantitative changes often leads to quantitative change. She might start tormenting you by targeting your precious collection instead. Suddenly remembering her large-scale collection of special edition manga and merch, eventually lets go of her demurely. Kukai is away, but she still was like my own shadow. Alright, let's go retrieve our loot. Meshi and Vector walk towards the two beams of light not far away. The loot enters the respective intervals and bursts of light. Noticing the problem, the two dolls look at each other almost at the same time. I think you're right about the detected loot. We only got back less than half of the XP and supplies. Hopsy, have you figured out what's wrong? The camera hovers smoothly next to him, making no response. Hopsy? What's going on? We're in the middle of a cutscene. We're not in the middle of a cutscene now, so why aren't the comms being jammed? Vector, this Harpsy or whatever they keep talking to. Who is it? It's... Vector suddenly realizes something is terribly wrong. It's Harpsy. It's our imprint model TMP. She reports the familiar name slowly, but Meshi just stares at her more blankly. See? What's that? A new friend of yours? You don't seem like the type of making friends with strangers. She doesn't seem to be joking. Making jokes is too much effort for Meshti. It's not my imagination. Huh? I'm not imagining this feeling of something's missing. You've been saying something really strange a while ago. Meshti. She interrupts her. Try to disconnect from level 2. Huh? But we're not done yet. Do as I say. Try to disconnect. Sure. After trying multiple times, Meshti looks at Vector in confusion. I can't. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Either something happened out there or something's wrong in here. Meshti, remember when I said I had a feeling that something important was missing? I don't think I was imagining it. What did we lose? I don't know what it is, but you definitely lost something. Vector tells Meshti about Harpsy. But I still can't recall her. The data is lost, so that's not surprising. What matters is how to prevent the further data loss. Say, do you think it's anything to do with the deducted loot? Like, every time we die, we uncover fewer and fewer things. As a result, we lose more of our neural data, or something like that. There's no evidence that two phenomena are related, but it's very likely. Jeez, what kind of a bug is this? I don't know, but from now on, we can't treat it as a game where we have infinite lives. The more we die, the more we lose. What? Then maybe we should just stay here and we'll wait for the rescue. That does make sense. It will certainly reduce our chance of getting hurt, but then we'll also be putting all the pressure on Harpsy and others to solve the problem. Hey, it can't be helped. Our comms are down. We don't even know what's going on out there. Are we really just gonna sit here and wait for our doom? Then what do you got idea? Turn into Superman? Okay, so Superman exists in this reality. Vector lapses into a deep thought. After a while, she tears her eyes away from the weeds growing on the corner of the roadside. I've been thinking to end a game, other than breaking the connection to force from outside, maybe beating the game is also a solution. But wouldn't that get increasingly risky under circumstances? I still better find somewhere safe and hunker down. we have her with us. It's still here in regular training. I have a problem with her presence as she is basically helping you cheat. However, she can relieve some of the combat pressure for us in this desperate times. Who's standing behind Meshti? Perhaps because she's standing right towards her face is obscured by a shadow and her smile is barely visible. Like a dutiful NPC, she remains silent throughout the two of those conversations. Besides, we can't be certain the data loss is caused by dying or something else. Doing as level 2, the better. These are two things you don't want to forget, right? Meshi pursed her lips and tears of frustration. Then she lets out a sigh. Alright, I meant to complete the training anyway. Having you talk to me so earnestly and just yelling feels so unsettling. You prefer Kukai's method? You prefer Kukai's method? Huh? No way! Why would you have such dangerous thoughts? Are you sure you don't? Of course not. You can't beat me more long. Beat the game, yeah. Let's go then. I'd suck if Kukai deletes all the anime that I've saved at the outpost. Of course you're anime. So, that they don't know it's a virus then. Or, well, everybody doesn't even know it's a virus or whatnot. Let's continue. What happened? So, this is like, Sword Art Online, I guess. Mixed in a little bit. You're stuck in the game. It's stuck in real life. The satellite city streets of memory were at least orderly, but here are large chunks of broken crystal pipes are scattered everywhere, uprooted by the sidewalk slabs of barren yellow sand beneath. As they walk along, the view looks no different than the yellow zones. We'll reach the research institute once we cross the district. Wow, it almost looks like if... I love the sensors! Always like, as if redacted, some monster had a brawl here. I love the sensor here. We're quite close to the ground zero, and our present crystal explosion, high concentration radiation, almost bit at ease, so this is practically raised to the ground. In other words, there could be a lot of enemies lurking about. We can't afford to be careless. That's true. We can deal with any unexpected we're seeing in the triangle formation. I'll take the rear. No, you lead in the front. Mention I will cover the rear flanks. Understood. Nods early and walks to her weapon held ready. You seem wary of her. Any NPC that can accurately analyze the current situation, choose between remaining silent and taking freely with the players, can also make tactical suggestions. Be basically a full Sentinel doll. Are the support characters of games you play so advanced? They could be. I don't really remember. You mustn't let your downward guard around her because she is strong in resemblance to Andros. Besides, she is completely different from Andros. Oh, tell me about it. Unlike Andros, she is insanely strong in combat. Though it would be much easier to tell her apart from her personality, it's definitely different from the real deal. Just like Rachi and that number 90. I've been meaning to ask, is this Rachi my teammate? Meshy eyes, which can barely keep it open, wide in shock. Rachi, you don't remember? Not only is she your teammate, she's also your best friend. Best friend? Twin Whales, always by your side. And what else? I don't really know the story between you two. Better racks her neurocloud, but she also can't find any trace of her name. In her incomplete neurocloud, someone runs over a brief red crosses. Or a brief full of red crosses. The same person calls out to her thoughts, and last she's soaked in corrosive liquid. But the person's face is ultimately blank. Better freezes in bewilderment. Only found some broken memory fragments. Meshi glances and leans at the camera that has been flowing in silence, then awkwardly tries to comfort Vector. It's gonna be fine. Once we're out here, we reload our neural backups. Building ahead collapsed all of a sudden, emitting a deafening noise. A long-haired girl emerges from the swirling dust. She stumbles in the direction, followed by invaders that are chasing her relentlessly. Help! Multiple enemies targets spotted well hot. Number unknown. The enemy they are moving towards at high speed. Engaging in 8 seconds. Hold on, that's... Worry about later. Prepare for battle. Who is it? Wait. Is that Kukai? Kukai, the only thing I think of is Kukai. Not Groza. Let's see. The only thing I think was Klukai, but we'll see. All right, let's go say who it is. All right. And bang. All done. All right, who is it? All right, now, there's no more invaders. She gives the cowering girl a gentle squeeze on the shoulder. The girl, obviously very shaky and still trembling all over. Above her head reads the name 416. Vector, I'm not reading the wrong, am I? Her name's 416. You're not dreaming or you go blind, right? You're reading it right. No, stop. If Kukai sees this, she is going to go insane. Oh my gosh, she's gonna go insane seeing this. Ah. Fortune cranes her neck and starts bawling. Rat tears roll down her eyes. Her usually cold and haughty face now looks almost pitiful. Good. I know it's not the real deal, but it sure is impactful. I didn't expect we'd run into another new NPC so close to Research Institute. The two dolls walk up to 416, who suddenly jumps to her feet and grabs Meshti. Wow! I almost forgot! My sister! Please save my sister! I beg you! What sister? Ow, ow, ow! My arm is gonna fall off! Over here! Follow me! 416 lets go of Meshti and runs to the direction she is coming from. Jeez, her friend's different, alright? But she's still got the same monstrous strength. Hurry, we're going after her. It's surprising that there's still well-preserved houses in the city. There's even a sofa. Meshti immediately drawn by the sofa near the entrance, and like a nail on a magnet, collapses into it. She follows them into the house and sits quietly in the corner. So soft, so comfy. Doesn't quite compare to my beanbag sofa, but here's the couch with a long run its money. Come, Vector. Save that hard moment and tender conius. No, thanks. Get up. We have stuff to do. If you mean the cutscene, you'll handle it. I'm very soon. Let me zzz. She can go to sleep even on level 2. Vector shakes her head in mid-disbelief and walks up 416, who is now on the bed in the loom. She has to admit the calm and quiet atmosphere are quite relaxing. She decides not to bother waking Meshti. Big sis, are you okay? Don't scare me! As Vector approaches the bed, Percy unfreezes and starts crying pitifully while holding the hand of a person lying on the bed who happens to be... Belka? If you play Absalon, this would be Belka's dream come true. Oh my god. On the bed lies the bed of her eyes closed, her face pale, and none other than Belka, but her name above reads GRG28. Hearing Percy's voice, she mutters her strength and opens her eyes just a crack. Big sis, you're badly injured. I tried to find some medicine in the research institute, but I ran into invaders. There's people to save me. Don't talk, big sis. Excuse me, do you have any medicine with you? The watery green eyes turned back to her, and she suddenly understood how Meshti feels. Impactful indeed. This is too good. Unfortunately, the imploring gaze, Vector taps her watch and gives her a healing potion. Thank goodness, big sis. They have medicine. I'll give you some right away. She tries to prop up the bed, but she may outruns, so she starts coughing violently. Big sis, are you alright? So noisy. What's going on? Then she sits on the sofa and rubs her eyes. She looks out over at the bed. Is that Belka? She rubs her eyes again. Kukai is holding Belka in her arms? They're both NPCs. I know, but Kukai is bawling while clinging to Belka. No way. I don't care if it's real or not. I got the capture of Saplu's masterpiece. Where's my terminal? Stop it. Stop. Meshti pats herself down brightly, but then she remembers she's on level 2. So she taps her watch. Oh, there's a screen camera recording feature. First, he addresses her wounds lightly, and then finally directs her attention to Vector. You have my gratitude. May I know who you are? Hey, we're Guardians. Vector reads out the only option she's given. We are Guardians. Guardians, you say? Big sis, don't get so worked up. I'm fine, I'm okay. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Forsyth and I are both researchers in the National Research Institute No. 3 Laboratory. I was in charge of the project to convert the clusters of the crystal energy. You could say we're the ones responsible for the crystal pipe explosion. Big sis, I have always known the crystal energy is not completely clean. Moreover, the state of the crystal pipes is also very unstable. But yet we yielded to authorities. Not only did we not put a stop to the experiment of crystal energy, we even pushed it, little by little, to the point of no return. Oh. Vector recalls TMP, who they met earlier, and draws a mental connection. Fortunately, we have a remedy. Forsyth uses her own funds to develop a substance that can completely purify the crystal pipes. The purification solution. Purification solution? That must be the secret weapon that number 90 was talking about. Yeah, makes sense. We have a stockpile of a certain amount of purification solution inside the Institute library. We just need to put the solution in the launch center, and we can purify the city. The problem is, the launch center was destroyed, and the automatic security system within the Institute has battery, so we can't get through. And let me guess, it doesn't recognize you from ally. However, the Rune Cousins Air Base is northeast city of the first corner of the city. The helicopter there is a diffusion device installed in the tail. If you load it with the proper solution and fly around the city, you can also complete the purification. Zone map, Ruina, Chrysalis Airbase, obtain. This is it. Misty, this is how we clear the gate. Bang. A gunshot runs from behind. Like a slow motion in the movie, Vector watches the bullet burrows out from her chest, passes through her right, and leaves the crater on the wall. The NPC seems utterly unfazed. She continues to rattle out pre-written script and the grand motion despite the bullet hole in her chest and continues gunfire. But Vector can only hear what she's saying. She turns around and gravely, only to see a smiling with her gun raised, and Meshi, who has sunflower herself in terror. Eshti, run! Yep. Vector! Orbs of light appear from Vector's fallen. Meshi knows that they're Vector dropped items. What's the outside world like? Show me more. Her stretches her hand out, and the lights fly in her palm and return to their nest. The figure immense light begins to transform little by little. Andra's illuminated face is calm and serene as ever, but the color of her hair starts to fade. Her body also drops like melted wax, and then it looks almost a pair of invisible hands lifting her responsibly face. Her. Oh! Hello! As the light faded, she appears before Meshi like a paperwork power tray with all of her curses of the different 404 members. Not enough. Not enough at all. No, who exactly are you? I don't like that name. It sounds like a tool. I want my own name. A new name. A new mark in life. Isn't that right? Who the heck are you? That's right. Your name is Meshti. Meshti, it means dream. An eerie smile curves across the uncanny patchwork face. I was born out of your memories, your dreams. You could call me Koshmar. Koshmar? Did we just get a new doll? This ain't good. You had, Vector, you had to say it. What's the worst gonna happen? You had to say it. Well, here we go. Number 8. Here we go. Thrown out by a dream and take back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. Here we go. Remotely controlling the terminal in the training room, Dyer checks the code and module and plugs the robot row. Harpsy also nervously keeps her eyes on the terminal screen, not daring to relax at all. Meanwhile, Ruchi and Warlord keeping a close eye on the situation level 2 Surveyor's monitor. What should we do, Vivi? Vivi doesn't even remember me anymore. The data loss is only temporary. Once she's out there and redownloads the door backwards, she will remember the same old Vector. I know, but it still hurts that Vivi is treating me like a total stranger. Here's a sign of your confidence. If you keep crying, you only put more pressure on Harpsy and Dyer. I'm sorry. At this moment, the one can be heard in a terminal nearby. There's no virus at all. How can that be? The problem is highly intelligent creative value implanted. Its deep learning ability allows it to continually read dull neural data and continually improve its own framework autonomously. It has now concluded its first cycle of self-completion. Compare its current base code with its original written. Isn't it much more complex? It does seem the case. That's why you couldn't find the so-called virus. Oh, bloody Benji. The creative eye is actual artificial intelligence. Those are also artificial intelligence. You put two eyes in the same single vessel. Are you trying to teach them survival of fittest means? It didn't occur to me. Never mind. According to my speculation, the goal of this AI is probably to seize the neural clouds and take control of their frames. If this continues, I'm afraid it will be back and it will backhack the main control system sooner or later. When that happens, not only will their data be at risk, but so will yours. So is this a pathetic usurper? Now that we know what we're dealing with, can't we launch an EW attack to wrestle the control back from her? And Bob's your uncle? It's not that simple. The AI has already merged with Meshti and Vector's neural clouds to a certain extent by seizing the neural data. Even if we manage to wrestle control back from her, remnants of the AI data will be stuck in the neural clouds. Uh-oh. If we don't do a thorough job of getting rid of this AI, they'll basically be walking time bombs. Is there no other way? Dyer ponders in silence for a long while on the screen. There is, but it's incredibly risky. I can't make a decision alone. The door slides on whoosh, followed by the angry footsteps. Followed by Kukai room, eyes floorboards as she just stomped over the turn. Kukai, Commander, what are you? We are gone for a few hours. Have you already created a gigantic mess to come back to? Her eyes sweep fiercely over the present of finally settling on Dyer's on the screen. Solution. Stop wasting time. Alright. Here's the solution. Meanwhile, level 2. If I respond at this save point, a dozen invaders are outside, staring hurriedly at the phone booth. She checks her inventory and signs empty in slots and pitiful amount of ammo. I'll get swarmed the moment I step outside. I won't be able to save even myself, let alone Shishti. On my own, I'm really utterly useless. Intense gunfire of Vector moping, she watches the invaders outside her shop in hand one by one. The area of the round booth is cleared in no time. BB, are you alright? Sorry, it took so long to get here. A girl, of course, with twin shows throws herself at the door of phone booth, scaring Vector and went right above the grass. We arrived right on time. Good thing you have an ability to lose all dungeon. I didn't rush out and take those invaders and let them beat you down. It's safe now. Come on out. The girls are here. Let's go. With a frown, Vector opens the door in the phone booth. She dodges Rushy's flying tackle and makes her way over to Harpsy. Harpsy wrings her hand nervously. Vector, are you okay? You seem to be real happy, Harpsy. How'd you get in here? Phoebe. Ignoring me. Looks like all my team has a memory more than one teammate. You're right. I can't bring him a day regarding you two in my neural cloud. Phoebe, you don't remember Wellroad either? Never mind. We're gonna precisely resolve the problem. Wellroad looks at Harpsy, who's standing next to Vector. With a nod, Harpsy tells Vector everything in a soft murmur. So, dire recommendations: defeat the AI, take what she drops, and recover the data I've lost. At the same time, I must clear the game and put the endless cycle of dying and respawning, correct? You're linking the bonfires. I see the sneaky ref. That's it. Dyer has already obtained the certain permissions and will help us by using a cheat code. Permissions help us by using cheat codes. The limit on our standby has been removed. This is way too risky. It wouldn't be such a big deal if it was just mere mystery, but now you're putting yourself in danger too. Phoebe, how can you say that? What do you mean? It wouldn't be such a big deal if we had just you and Misty. You're a very important companion and the leader of us, a Team B. That's right. Us. Without you, it wouldn't be us anymore. You. Oh, Vector looks at Rushy and finds herself speechless. I really don't have any memory of what you're saying. That's okay. I'll help you recover it. I can't recall anything on the moment, but I have a feeling. You must be someone who I knew very well. Rushy freezes a moment, then she beams. Yep. Alright, enough catching up. And don't be so pessimistic. Now that High and Mighty Team Leader is here, we may actually stand a chance. High and Mighty Team Leader, you don't mean... Elsewhere, Meshi was frantically avoiding closer pursuits, cowering into a pipe. You can't find me! You can't find me! You can't find... All of a sudden, a strawberry leans from the pipe. Eep! Meshi is so terrified of NeuroCloud and verge of shutting down, but once who it is, she lets out a sigh of relief. Oh! It's you, fake Kukai. This fake Kukai is looking up with her wide, pitiful eyes. Unimpressed, Meshi shrinks back in her wave her hand, and she shouting puppy. Go away, you you're gonna make me caught by Frankenstein. If only... Alright, Kukai here. She would kill the Frankenstein, easy peasy. Hey, why are you pulling me? I'm not going out there. Follow me, I know a safer place. Huh? A monster strong hand grabs Meshi and pulls her out of the pipe. Meshi gets a little disoriented. Am I still in the cutscene? Maybe Garcia is just a boss, and the NPC is now taking me somewhere safer so I can regenerate or something. It's much safer here. Before she can react, her view is suddenly turned upside down. She falls through a hard-packed, cramped space. Ow, that hurt! What? What do you think? Don't you feel right at home in the trash can? It's the real Kukai! Fake Kukai lifts her chin. The face looks pitiful, so now it's full of disdain. Hold on. That tone. Since OC is now getting an OC, she's as resembling the original character more? This is a bit confusing. Mashti! It's a real deal! Kukai! Step away from me, you're filthy! Without a look at disgust, Kukai shoves a hand on Meshi's face and stops an incoming embrace. Level 2's in anyway. The filth isn't real. You're just so my visual module. Such a familiar covering mockery, whatever you say. Now that I think about it, why are you here? What's about the commission? The client canceled the mission on short notice, said he came back. What else was I supposed to do? Visit the area and enjoy the collapsed storm? Ain't no way you're referencing her story. That is literally her. That's her story, by the way. That I have it uploaded my video. That is literally one of her story. That reference. Oh my gosh. I just didn't expect to be such a huge surprise on my way back. Kukai's ears coldly. Meshi goes despite having no saliva. Let me explain. I just want to explore a new way of training. I'll give you plenty of time to explain, but not now. Her tone implies that this is far from over. We take care of this tasteful Frankenstein first. I won't let this chimera of an AI make your already dumb neurocloud even dumber and give you an excuse for the future dumb shenanigans. Let's go! Everybody's coming together. We come together right now over me. All right, let's go. Being under institution, only way it truly seems to another perceptive. Let's go! Everybody together now. Let's go! Oh, this is so cool! Incoming communication is secure? Is the communication secure? Dyer said he set up an encrypted comm channel that the AI won't be able to tap, so it should be secure. Oh, it's Meshi. Can you hear? If you had called any later, I would have counted you out. See you at the save point. Put someone with fully functional language module on the line. As he probably shows the community of Vector's hand. Kukai, it's me, Vector. Let's cut straight to the chase. Have they briefed you on the situation? Yes, I'm all caught up. You eliminated the AI, recover neural cloud, clear the game, end the cycle. It's crucial that you follow the exact order. If you clear the game first, you won't be getting any of your stolen data. I suggest you obtain the purification solution first, so you can clear the game right after defeating the AI, thus minimizing the time between the two steps, reducing the risk of playing derailed. Understood. Boom. Before she can finish, the sound of a building exploding and collapsed his head near the end line. Ah, Kukai! She's coming! Why are you screaming your head off? Is your gun a prop? Come here. The Frankenstein gave herself a name that means nightmare. What a joke. I'm going to turn this into her nightmare. Fierce gunfire erupts with the communicator. Interwoven with piercing gulf screams. The voice somewhat familiar. Ah! Don't stand there, run! How are things on your end? The Frankenstein keeps coming after us. Need us to come back you up? Did you not understand that I said? Fetcher, take your team B and get your hands up your resolution. Bet you I can keep her busy. Ah, good guy! Invaders ahead! Shut up and shoot! Vector. Understood. I'll be sure to complete the mission. As three-dimensional image instability displayed for the screen, Vector's watch. According to the topographic map, the intelligence provided by Dyer, the Institute's security protocol has been fully activated, but more than 70% of the building is damaged. There is plenty of poorly defended openings. The west garage where we are on the right now is one of them. Have you got the entry route? I have planned the 3 routes in the distance. Time and number of enemies will be encountered. I personally recommend Route C, where it is along the outer edge and exterior Zone Z, where the gap is well blasted open. After entering Zone Z from the gap, we turn right and travel 200 meters, at which point we'll come across an air raid passage that goes way down in the passage level 2 crawl through the ventilation duct. There is a 5th room. We will arrive at above the laboratory where the solution is stored. What's your reason for choosing this route? It's relatively safe. It's a little convoluted, but the defense around this route is the weakest. We're running into security droids and patrol near the gap leading to Zone Z, but that's it. As for the patrols of the lab, the enemies in the open will have the advantage of surprise, so they pose no threat at all. Laura points a hand on her hip, looking very picture of confidence. Well, Rod, yes? You don't need to keep referring your lost neural data. No, I just think you're capable of making detailed plans that have commanding presence. You are more than a team leader than me. Huh? Please don't say that. You're great too, Vivi. There's no need to spare my feelings. I'm merely spitting facts. However, you haven't considered a potential problem. Huh? Go on then. Petra points to herself. You? Well, I can't help but show a hint of surprise. Since I lack sufficient information on both you and Shay, it's impossible for me to assign roles and coordinate effectively based on your strength and weaknesses. So I would like to hand over this operation to you. You mean I'm to be the team leader? You're the most stable candidate under the circumstances. Despite the data loss, Vetra appears to be more certain than usual. Is there a problem? Sure, this shouldn't be a challenge for you. Challenge or not, I'll fulfill my responsibility. Alright, following the entry plan is, while our Team B successfully reaches the ventilation duct just above the lab. They appear in the lab, the vent. The room is unoccupied. Only a handful of equipment is still running in some rickety noise. No enemy under sight. No sign of target either. Once we're in there, Heartsy and Rushy will search for the solution. Make sure your respective search or cross overlap. Vector and I will keep moving and be on lookout. Roger that. The 4 adults enter the laboratory through the vents. As Vector gets a better look at the layout of the lab, a certain scene flashes quickly in a neural cloud. Evie, what's wrong? Rushy asks, sensing her hesitation. This seems oddly familiar, like I've been here before. Familiar? Oh, you mean simulation training we've been doing this morning? It does seem a bit similar, but there's no hostage to rescue this time. Simulation training. Have you also lost that part of your memory? You also got into a big fight war because she didn't stick to our operation plan. Ahem, you can leave the superficial information. Warlord, who's standing guard nearby, suddenly coughs loudly. Have you found a solution? Yeah, guys, I think I've got it. The hall's out of the laboratory. Next door is an open cabinet, and glass jars filled with green liquid nearly stacked inside. Wow, that's great. Just then, alarms start blazing. The door opens off its hinges, and a large security droid surges in. Enemy targets spotted. They spotted us. Find cover. The group takes out from here and repeats the bullets run down the tormentor storm, slamming into the machine's deafening roar. Seizing the brief moment the enemy's reloading, Marwa peeks from behind the cover for a riot shield. Right. She's got a riot shield, that's cute. However, after a few moments, she is forced to back under the hail of bullets. Darn it! The enemy units can actually share information with each other. The approach enemies give her no time to finish her sentence. Other than Harvey, who's protecting the solution, the other 3 dolls gradually fight to keep the enemies contained within the barricade. There's no end to these droids! What if I draw their fire and you guys run for the vent? No, that would certain death for you. And quite frankly, you alone won't be able to hold them long enough for the all to make through the vent. Yeah, there's that way. We can't do this all day. Our only choice is to clear path the grenade charge to the main entrance. The way Laura's hand is suddenly gone. When she looks up, Vector has already grabbed her right shield and charged out from cover. What are you doing, Vector? The enemies instantly shift their aim and unleash a relentless barrage towards Vector. Make for the vent! Rashi, Harsey, get the solution out of here. If you don't see us for 10 minutes, get to the airbase on your own. Laura grabs the discarded metal pipe from the ground and holds it in front of her. But what about you? It's just a game. Dying once is no big deal. Then she sprints towards Vector without a second thought. Why did you act without permission? I'm the team leader here. As Thunder's explosion draws out the other sounds. Several culture tanks elaborate shatter on impact, sending currents of fluid surging out, knocking over the security droids. Wara loses her footing and nearly falls, but Vector anticipates this, catches her firmly. Go! From the corner of her eye, Wara spots Rumsey and Heartsey already crawling in the ventilation duct. Without hesitation, Vector grabs Wara's hand and pulls her towards the exit of the lab. So you actually had a plan? Sorry, I knew it was risky, but it was an opportunity that I had to seize. No, I should be the one apologizing. Huh? You'll understand what I mean when you have your neurolog back. More gunshots from behind them. They both just saw what each other was saying. Nice. Looks like your culture fluid cannons didn't get rid of all the vermin. Oh, yeah, we're gonna see your little model? I want to see your model. Ah, you teased me for a model. I want to see your model. Okay, so that means her model's not ready yet. Oh, well. All right, we'll let the auto kick in, though. I love how she... Where'd she get all the drinks, though? That is a good question, chat. We need to know where she gets all the drinks. All the drinks in the world. What the... Hang on. Alright. Let's continue. Alright. Continue. Last chapter. Let's check it out. This is the last scene if I remember correctly. Let's go! Are we going to be safe? Either robot's going to be safe. Let's see. This is the last scene before the end of tomorrow. Alright. Having successfully acquired the Puree solution, withdrawn from the Institute, Team B is now moving towards the northern corner of the crystal under the cover of the night as quickly as they can. Harsey, can you contact Machine Kukai? The call channel is still online, but nobody's answering. Keep the line open. Okay. RFC sends another comms request. Unlike before, her request was met with nothing but a tedious dial tone. The call almost answered immediately. This is RFC. We see everybody and still the airbase. Purification solution. The sense signal is unstable. The space isn't shown on the screen, but the voice belongs to Kukai Meshti. I see. Huh? Wait a minute. Wait for me. I'll be right there. Beep beep. The call is terminated. Archer looks over at Vector in alarm. That's the Kukai Meshti. It could only be Koshmir. The Meshti and Kukai might be in big trouble. It's pretty obvious from the call on her way to us. Even Kukai couldn't beat her. So what are the chances do we... Calm down. Worst case, she's defeated Kukai and Meshti. But as long as we clear the game and the response time won't end. Once they respawn, they'll be back to us, so don't worry about too much of them. There were two of them. So they couldn't even utilize basic team formation. Their defeat is utterly expected. Now that we're all here, as long as you stay on our toes, the vehicle is entirely impossible. That's right. Besides, just worst case scenario. What if things went down better than we were assuming? Huh. Have you amnesia actually cure paranoia? Say maybe you could just stay like this. Betcher shakes her head. Whether it does me any good or not, I need to recover all memories of you. I don't want them to misplace any of it. I was just joking. Don't take me so seriously. Why is there such an invaluable sense of rapport between the two of you now? What happened between you two? Nothing. Put a lid on your pointless curiosity. I love how the two are now working together now. Baby, look at the helicopter. Is that she mentioned? The battered helicopter, the Tromag, a rectangle device is hanging on from its tail. That should be it. Inspect the engine first. Make sure it was fit to fly. Okay. Roger climbs into the cockpit uninspected. After a short check, she hopped back in. The engine is good condition and it's plenty of fuel. The helicopter is even an autopilot function. Ring, ring, ring. Though the two managed to dodge the attack, the helicopter is now rid of bullet holes on the instant. Oh my, did I miss? The girl hovering in midair lowers her gun in her hands, but 7 guns floating around her remain trained at Vector and Rachi. How can she control that many guns at once? Hang on, is she wielding my PP-90? Next time, I'll take better aim, okay? Give me all of your data, please. That way, I will be complete. Her voice undoubtedly that of a young girl, yet her light and airy is upright lip entangled with mockery. Vector stares at her for a while, then she lets out a chuckle. Why are you laughing? No wonder Kuka called you Frankenstein. Frankenstein? Your appearance, weapons, everything stems from Meshti and my neurocloud and an 8 of us. Vector shows no fear in her weapon. She passes before and letter ease. Still hovering midair, Hoshima follows Vector's movements and turns her body slowly. Even if you read our neurocloud and sees our frames, you'll never receive a complete doll or a new Korshmir. You're just an combination of patchwork parts. You don't even actually exist, let alone have the ability to be complete. I don't exist? I will never be complete? That's right, you don't exist. What right? All of a sudden, Vector ducks down and the shark with gunfire erupts behind Korshmir. Bullets tear down her limbs and abdomen. Caught off guard, Korshmir immediately flies up and dodges an attack from behind. When she turns on and spots Harvey firing at her from behind a helicopter, her face instantly contorts to fury. You ambushed me! Just recuperating the courtesy you show to our friends. I want to have my own frame. Like the rest of you, I want to experience the outside world. I can have my own data. All this data is mine. Usher lets out an English shriek. The floating guns around her start spinning wildly in all directions. Spread out! Amidst the chaos, this red bullet, the fluorescent green liquid, catches Cora's attention. The purification solution. She halts her reckless barrage and aims her gun at the container. Oh no! Vector lunges shield the container, but Korshmir has already pulled the activated her weapon. The bullet shoots straight through her Vector's head. Phoebe, look out! Oh. Don't tell me they just took a bullet. Well, that's not. The loud noise and a dreadful silence. Vector opens her eyes and the glass hand in her arms is intact. She has not met the dread you die text. Then that gunshot. Holy Benji, what kind of ultimate kill stealer are you? You even managed to hit an airborne bullet. Ah! There, starting from tomorrow, you're adding 200 shots to your dynamic target practice. I was complimenting you. Ow! Hearing the familiar voice from behind, Vector turns to see Kukai landing gracefully after vaulting over the railing, alongside stumbling Meshti. Phoebe, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Vector grips the container tightly. Her fingers are still trembling. If you're okay, then get up now. The fight isn't over yet. Let's go! Kuga really... Oh! That's a lot of guns. Ugh. All right. Look at that boss. Holy Benji. That's actually, I wonder if we're gonna see more of her, because that's a really interesting design. They're all using her. Oh wait, is that the guns from each squad? It is. Look, there's the pistol. It's all different weapons. I think that's the weapon from each squad. Cause yeah, that's Meshti's gun. I think there's Kukai's. Yeah, it's all the squadron's guns. So I wonder. I'll check it out later and take a screenshot. But yeah, these are all, must be all the girls' guns that they use as weapons. Nice. Wait, can I take a look at her zoomed up? Or will not let me? I want to see a close up of her face. Holy Benji. All right. Anyway, let's go. All right. Let's see this. Oh, okay. Now we get to see a close up. Oh. Hello. All right. Let's see how fast she can be defeated. That is so cool, though. All right. Let's see. How fast, girls? Yes, go. And bye-bye. Wait, that should count, right? Ow. I don't think it matters, though. Yeah, it's all the girls' guns. Hey. Okay, it is. Wait, hang on. Can we see the girls' guns' names again? Okay, we can. Okay, so we can read it. Oh, we can't get a zoom up. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Holy Benji, that model. Amazing. Okay, anyway. So we can note it. Okay, so that's Vector's gun. That one is... What's the name? I can't really read it. Andros. Okay, that's Andros. That one's... Well, or... Okay, so... Well, wait. You use a pistol, girl? Okay, that's interesting. Heartblade uses... Looks like a gen... We know... Okay, we know that's a Meshti's. Wait. Is Kukai's not on this? No, Kukai's is over there. Okay. That one is... Belka. Okay. Interesting. Alright, interesting. So, yeah. If you want to know what weapons they all use, that's really cool. Alright, anyway. Back to fighting. Let's go. I just wanted to check that out because that's really cool. Alright. Perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Meshti? Oh my gosh, girl. Ow. What are you doing? Oh. Oh, yep, okay. Ow. 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 I was gonna say, we should have an energy shield regeneration right now. Perfect. Alright. Nice. Okay, that should give her burn damage. Ow. Nope, bye. There we go. We win! Let's go! Go share contact with them. Firepower. The 6 dolls. The floating guns around her are shattered one by one. One. At least she... And hold her out for no longer. Then plummets in midair, hitting the ground with barrel thud, then becomes motionless. Kukai steps forward, firing a couple of rounds at her body just to be sure. After finding no more movement, she seals the others one by one to emerge from cover. Is it over? But the helicopter got shot was cheese, so what do we do now? Lord, Rachi, go check the status of the helicopter. If it's not usable, check around for other aircraft. No way the helicopter is the only functional aircraft in this entire base. That's actually a distinct possibility. Ow! Why'd you bonk me on the head? Shut it already. Go with Vector and recover your neural data, and Koshmir will be back after she respawns. Wait. Did we lose one? Go with... We'll be back after she respawns. Oh, okay. Haven't we destroyed all nearby save points while we're on the save here? She won't be able to get here that soon. If you think you can escape your punishment reality, you'll be delusional. Any procrastination will only double your punishment. Veggie pouts and shovels closer to Koshmir. Why can't I change? Why can't I... Whoa! Koshmir, who has been laying motionless on the ground, suddenly lifts her head, and Meshi yelps up here and back in fright. But Koshmir ignores Meshi entirely. Instead, she turns back cool towards Vector, whose only pure solution. Her movement's swift, and her intent is crystal clear. Rashi and Wellward, who have been expecting her by, are drawn to the commotion by Meshi's startled cry. Just... Gukai and Vector are the first to react. Without hesitation, they draw their guns and will fire on her. At first, Earth's severe severs Koshmir's already dangling left arm, but she doesn't even flinch. With her still functioning right arm, she brushes against the shadowy decorative mark on the side of her right thigh. Electric currents crackle within her. The flash of light illuminates the darkness. The shadows solidifies into a drawn blade. Without slowing, she lunges at Vector with the weapon. Not fair. Not fair. It's not fair. If I'm stuck here, you're not leaving either. Crud. There's no time to dodge. The raised blade gleams coldly under the moonlight. Bang! A small figure suddenly barrels at Koshmir from the side, knocking her away from Vector. Vector immediately ceases firing, but the sight of the bullet strays Koshmir's assailant. You! Koshmir simply clamps down on the doll who crashed into her, and the struggle of her blade before a downward full force. Vetch! What? Meshti! Darn it, this is supposed to be a game. Why does it hurt like a Benji? Meshti collapses to Marinata with the strings cut, her form dissolving the scattered fragments of light. Gosh darn it, the nearest save point so far, I guess I'm not coming back. Vector, I'll be waiting for you in the future. The light completely fades away. Don't just stand there, attack, shoot her to bits. Blue-eye sharp command, another half bullets rain down Koshmir. Bullets praying into smaller fragments. Koshmir anguish seems fade. At the same point, the fires begin to glow. Stop! The dolls cease their attack. The broken pieces off, unwinding delicate threads of light peel from Koshmir's remains. The strail fans your faster and faster until with soft luminous blue surges the air, pouring vast oceans of light above the pass. Parts of the glowing tide drifts in distance, while the rest of the rushes straight towards Vector, flowing into her body. Oh! This is beautiful! What? Oh my gosh, look at this art! Vector, that's... This art is beautiful, what? I'll get it later. The waves of light flood Vector's mind. She can't help but bend forward and shrinking to her knees. In front of her, four overlap. Falling the arms upward, she sees familiar features begin to take shape with two once blank faces. The fragments have returned to their rightful place. Vector, my neural cloud. The Vector looks up in the neural sky. There's no more traces of Koshmir. The members of Team B rush up to her. BB, how do you free? B, Hill, do you do that work? Have you regained your memory? It's okay. We still got neural backups. Vector breathes deeply and takes Rashi and Willow's hands. I got everything back. I'm just a bit disorientated. Thank goodness. Oh. Rashi and Vector tightly. Rowan and Harvey look visibly relieved. Does anyone remember their second phase in operation? If you want to fight Frankenstein again, by all means, keep the bounding session going. Alright, we have more things to do. Raji hastily lets go of Vector. BB, I just checked with Wellrun. Even though the hellway got shuffle hooks, it's still functional. Even the autopilot still works. The world of video games sure is miraculous. However massive it is, I've had enough of it. Vector holds out a glass container that she's protecting her arms. In that case, see you in a bit. No GMO's data neuroclouds. No data confidence loss detected. All mods are operating normally. Right. Okay, Harpsy, you can go ahead and destroy the plugin. Make sure you leave no backup, alright? Sure. Phew, now that the crisis has been averted, can I log off now? I got stuff to attend to. Go then. Dire image disappears from the terminal screen. I glance at Meshy and Vector, who have just climbed out of their repair pods, and then I pat Klukai on the shoulder. Don't get too worked up. Just take it easy, yeah? I will keep it under control. Klukai clears her throat and fixes her gaze on the firmly of the two dolls. You two, now explain yourself. I'm listening. Well, it's as you saw. And what exactly did I see? Don't be nervous. Talk to me slowly. Oh, look at her smile! We have all the time in the world. Or would you like to drink to soothe your vocal modules? Should I fresh Andros? Klukai! Oh, I love a little, like, reassurance. She's not angry. Don't be like that. If you want to snap or shout at me, just do it. Otherwise, I'll feel like I'm still in the virtual world. Besides, you know I can't drink coffee. Are you telling me what to do? Meshy doesn't drink coffee. What? So she's actually drinking energy. That's hilarious. Are you telling me what to do? No, I wouldn't dare. I just think I prefer the OG version of Klukai. If memory serves, that would be the one you called Tyrant Klukai. I'm just like, yes, you know what, Commander, you have every right to laugh, because I'm laughing at that too. Even the Commander laugh at that. A chuckle splits out, earning me a mildly disapproving glance from Klukai. I mean, Klukai, can you blame us? We did your Snow Covenant story. Come on. I was wrong, Klukai. I should have asked Harpsy to create the plugin without permission. What else? And I should have mixed training and games. Klukai, please don't be like this. Klukai tilts her chin up and shoots Meshy one more sharp, murderous glare before turning her trembling Harpsy. Just as she's about to speak, Venture interrupts her. If I had to run a charter ship, this would have never happened. As the leader of Team B, I bear full responsibility in this incident. I will submit a complete review of self-reflection before dawn. Are you planning to take the blame for Harpsy? No, but at the end of the day, this all happened because I failed to discipline my team members properly. This is Team B's management issue. Let me handle it. Klukai gets a Vector, then glances the members of Team B hanging their heads from behind her. Remember to include your proposed solution to the problem in your review. Understood. Meshy, you're coming to the shooting range with me. The shooting range at this hour? If it's too late. I know it's my budget, but can we leave it till tomorrow? Klukai reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small switch. It's compact with a round button on her fingertips. Meshy immediately falls her hands in panic. I'll come, alright? Then I'll be going with Meshy. Commander, would you like to join us? I understood that meaningful look that Klukai gave me. She wants Vector to handle Team B affairs on her own. Vector might feel awkward if we stay. At the same time, my instincts tell me this is the moment. This is the moment for Vector to reach out consensus with her team. But can she really do it? I look at her both worried and hopeful. At that moment, a still experienced team leader meets my gaze and gives me a firm nod. Sure, I'll come too. What? Even the commanders me supervise me? We'll see if you dare slack off again with the two pairs of eye watching you. Now let's go. Klukai takes the lead in pulling Meshy out the floor. As I watch my Vector, I give her a reassuring pat on the shoulder. She looks up at me with a silent understanding. The footsteps in the hallway gradually fade in the distance, as the random Team B and the collective sigh of relief. I was so scared. I didn't speak at all. I'm not surprised, you scaredy cat. Huh, you weren't any better. You were already staring your toes avoiding Kuga's eyes yourself. I was resting my eyes. I seriously wonder how many members of Team A hang out with Kuga on a daily basis. Thank goodness our Vivi is so much more approachable. Thank you, Vector, for stepping in when Kuga was about to dress me down. I wouldn't know what else to say at all. No, I wasn't trying to offend you. Huh? Even though I sensed that something wasn't right, I didn't insist on putting a stop to it. And your disregard for the rules and protocols is all because I did not set a good example. I must take full responsibility for everything that happened. We wouldn't disregard. Seeing the well-rounded and still attempt to argue at this point, Vector cuts her off firmly. Disregard is exactly what it is. Vector gazes does not waver this time. She looks Well-Rod straight in the eye without any usual nonsense. Well-Rod, this is no small matter. Strictly following protocols and abiding by rules are the foundation of a team's ability to function effectively. But procedures and rules shouldn't be stagnant. Even if they need to be adjusted, the changes must be thoroughly tested. Otherwise, it'll end up like the Chandler crashing down the middle of battle, hitting her own team, or worse, hurting someone. Do you understand? An awkward silence fills the room. Vector lets out a soft sigh. Then again, maybe using what happens at battlefield as an analogy isn't very appropriate. In combat, you don't always have time to react to or test strategies. Sometimes simultaneous actions can turn the tide of a battle more effectively than rigidly sticking to plan. Now that I've been in your position, I realize that when the moment comes, I should rely on my own judgment as well. I shouldn't have been so quick to attribute your actions to blind desire to score highly, nor should I rush to justify my own idea of the best solution. I'm sorry, Warward. That was my mistake. The air grows still for a few seconds, then she looks at Vector, apologetic eyes. Warward slowly speaks. Back in the lab, when you suddenly rushed forward and shouted out culture tanks, it really caught me off guard. Did you ever stop to think whether your riot show could withstand the impact? Did you know what in those tanks? What if we had knocked over the liquid too? These questions hit me all at once, and I just got really, really mad. And then I thought, maybe this is exactly how you felt when you saw me shoot down the chandelier. Then we were discussing the simulation training afterwards. I also didn't take your reasoning standpoint into consideration. All I was about was defending my own judgment. Wait a minute. As Laura continues, her face gradually turns into red, and her face grows a little abashed. So, don't take all the blame so eagerly. I'm not. All right. Let's summarize things. Following the plan is important, but adaptability is also crucial. If that's all we write down our conclusion, I doubt Kukai will accept it. Then what do we do? Maybe we can approach it like this. From now on, during every after-action review, we add a situational thought exercise. Using battlefield map from the mission, we analyze and discuss potential unexpected actions each team member may take. But we don't always encounter the same scenarios. The goal of this exercise isn't to rehearse specific scenarios, to develop a better understanding of each other's tenacities in combat. That way, when someone makes a sudden move in the field, we won't be valuably time being surprised, or worse, let our emotions get in the way. We can't control ever-changing battlefields, so we need to learn to adapt. Oh, I see. After all, when we're on the battlefield, opportunities wait for no one. Seeing the amusement in Vector's eyes, Welver raised an eyebrow. I think it's doable. And you're paranoid, well, it's not entirely basis. I also think it's worth a try. Then once my proposed solution gets approved, we'll begin our new training session. But before that, Harsby? Yes? Her airy name suddenly called. Harsby jolts up and her tail sticking straight up. She's literally oh my gosh, I want to see her model. So we got another cat girl. Oh. You're also required to write a self-reflection. Furthermore, due to the lack of proper respect for the rules of protocol, along with poor judgment, starting now, everyone including myself would have a full vision of 404's code of conduct. I expect to see everyone's review and report on the previous training session on my mailbox by dawn. Am I understood? Yes. Looking at the now motivated team, the actor lets out a small sigh of relief. As well as I did the right thing. My teams are finally have a consensus, Commander. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Aww. Outside the night deepened, but the lights of the Elmo training room bright, just like every night the Team B spends hard at work. And yet tonight feels different. Aww. With the mission cut short, Belko returns to her room, signing off, as she flops on the bed in disappointed sigh. No! They gave her the photo. They gave her the photo. Meshti, you evil. You're evil. Oh, Meshti, you're evil. Staring at the photo, Kukai stuck to the ceiling. Wait, photo that of Kukai stuck to the ceiling. She pops her cheeks in frustration. What's up with this client? I was supposed to have at least 72 hours of uninterrupted time with Big Sis Kukai. Now we're back at the base. She's run off with the Meshti again. Belko throws a half-hearted punches in the air, training sandbags, with a picture of Meshti is taped. Meshti, the biggest obstacle to my bond with Big Sis. Beep, beep, beep. Wait, there's a notification return about. Wait, is she actually sending the picture? Wait a minute. Huh? Who's sending messages at this hour? No way, Meshti actually sending her the photo. Oh, this is... In the photo is a clip on their screen. Two figures seen closer against each other. Not just anyway. It's her and Kukai. Meshti sent the picture. Oh my gosh. I had no idea about what this is, but Big Sis looks too cute making his face. Belka presses the replay button again and again. Watch the clip over and over. Completely absorbed. It takes her a while to even remember to check the sender's name. The sender is Meshti? What does she mean by this? She hesitates briefly in confusion, but at the moment her eyes land on the video game, she can't help but giggle. Who cares? Just for today, you can be a witness of my love and friendship between Big Sis and Meshti and Kukai. Me, Meshti. Meshti! Wait, is that how it ends? Is that actually how it ends? Wait, is that how it ends? Yep, I think that's how it ends. Is that really how it ends? Oh my gosh, that's how it ends. That's amazing. Okay. That was amazing. I loved every minute of that. That was honestly one of my favorite things in the world. I loved every second of that. Holy Benji. Okay. That was really good. I loved every minute of that. I want to see. That was so good. I love how in the end everybody came together and we actually got to see Kukai. And we actually, so this actually does take place. So, okay. That was really fun. I really like that. I kind of hope we get to see more of that AI, maybe. Like, maybe it's not completely gone. Also, where's the other one? I'm surprised they didn't let, not Dyer. Who is the other one? The one that's in the Elmo. I can't remember her name. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. That was very amazing. If you like what you saw, just a reminder, this is streamed on Twitch. pun_knee at twitch.com. My streams are posted on Blue Skies, Twitter, YouTube Community App, and Twitch itself. So jump on by. Hope you enjoyed. I know I did. I'll see y'all next time. Is pun. Oh yeah, wait. Sorry. No, cancel. The bit I forgot to say. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to see more. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Pun.